Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. I was thinking I need to extend the starting soon screen, so we've got the 5 minute countdown, and then I need a second video that counts up, that just counts like how long I'm late for when those times when I start the countdown. Then I go to like do something, and then I misjudge how long it's gonna take, and it could just count up to like 15 minutes, and then after that it'd be like, well, she's dead. Rip. Oh, I don't mean to alarm you, but you have a wild moose in your room. Moosey, is that true? You can let her in, you know. She's allowed in here. You gonna go hang out with her? I know, she's cuter than me, it's true. You gonna hang out with the kitty? No? What do you want to do? Hi, I know. Your dad will be back later. Missed you yesterday. Hope all is well with you and Kira. Yeah, thank you very much. We did take a day off yesterday. I took Miss Kira Kitty Cat to the special vet to get some more special tests done, so they'll call me eventually. It could be a week or so. Oh, there he is. And we'll find out more about what's going on with her. But in the meantime, she did good. And bonus, I guess they got their test done in much like a shorter amount of time than they thought they were going to need, because it did not cost me nearly as much money as I had set aside, so that's good. I'm sure we're going to need it for something later, but for now, it was nice. I actually put down a deposit when I dropped her off, and then I picked her up, and they're like, we actually owe you money. This has never happened to me before. That's crazy. Amy Star A, thank you very much for the 23-month resub. Hi, Hazel and friends. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Cheaper vet visits, always nice. Yeah. I was feeling pretty lucky because it's a lot of it's pretty expensive, but I don't want to complain because I do have money set aside for it. It's part of having pets, especially when they start getting older. Glad to hear the day went as well as it could have. I think so. She was mad, but that's to be expected. She had to be fasted because she had like an ultrasound. It was like an ultrasound guided biopsy, so she couldn't have any food in her tummy, and she was like, "Where is my breakfast? Staff, hello, how dare you?" And then of course she was catnapped, and then I felt bad. They actually had her like all day, so she didn't get to come home and eat and do her normal stuff until like nighttime. Glad you have a car to take her in. We've been having some not fun visits via Uber or Subway. Someone who has gotten both of those procedures done can confirm. I'm also mad. Meridia, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Hi Hazel, happy Friday. Happy Friday. I agree that they are worth spending money on. Can't think of many other things that I could spend my money on that bring me more joy than these guys. Have you seen my muffin? Look at this big boo-boo. I don't think he's going to hang out with me forever because his dad's out fishing this morning, and I think at some point he's going to want to go take watch in the bed that watches the front door. But for now, he's content. He's big boo-boo. Should I do? I want to do a couple of things today. On the tin, I did say that I was going to do my rep weeklies. I was going to finish my rep weeklies. I did the theater and then the Awakening the Machine already, but I have yet to do the Key Flame thing and then Spooky Spoilers. So I figure I could do that and then maybe see where we're at, see how we're feeling. My energy is at like a 60% right now, which is above half. We love that. I ought to, this is the window I was trying to get to. That took me a while. What are we saying? Is it still worth it for me to be filling these? Yeah, it is. Well, maybe not this one. How much money do you want? 1,000 gold? Yeah, okay. All right. It's only a 2-star. Do I have what do I have here? Hello? Nope. Not. Oh, I see. Yeah, we'll get Blossom, Lure Drop, Vile Lotus. There's not a chance I'm gonna remember those 4 items. I guess it was just not Spear Orbinid.
Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
We're at about a 60%. We might pick up, we might ease off. It's hard to say. Get like I don't know, 200 of those. I'm sure we'll use them for something. Not Orbinid, not Spear. We want Blossom and Lure Drop. In the silver. Not Spear, just Blossom. Well, look at that ball of moose. Are you rich yet? I spend a bunch of gold. I buy feasts, and then I make them into Hardy Feasts for keys, and then I buy stuff for raid, and also I'm almost out of mana oil. Although I will say, on the raid front, progress was made. The last progress we could make, because we're not a mythic raiding guild. The nerfs? Yes? Hello? Why don't you say it to my face? Joking. She's been very chatty since she got home. Oh, I don't know what she wants. I set everything up for her already. Ansarek's dead. Heroic Ansarek is dead. She will not be celebrating any further birthdays. She's gone. She's just sassing. Yep, Queen's gone. They nerfed her pretty good, and I appreciate it because it was really hard, and now it is less hard, and we killed her, and she is dead. It meant that I didn't have to raid last night, because we actually killed her on Wednesday night. So yesterday, I don't think I turned this computer on. I think I spent the entire day in the rest of the world. I don't think I logged on at all. And that was just fine by me. I did do some BGs. I also forgot that we would have had alt raid, but I guess I don't have any alts here set up. My hunter doesn't count. She's not a real alt. Oh, big grass. Nice. Yeah. Glad to have that finished. It's like our third week, and it was 80 something plus polls. But it was only like our third, maybe, I don't know, 3 to 5, but I feel like it might have been 3, third pull of the night. Like, post nerfs, it felt crazy different, and we were 4 healing, whereas last time to even get into phase 3, we had to 5 heal. Oh, I got a fleeting flask of alchemical chaos. I should use that because it'll add on to my existing duration here. And then this one, I'll just get everything. We'll get everything for that one. So Kira's not going to get results. We just got the test done yesterday, so it could be a week or so before results. I'm at the stage of my life where I'm just carrying my phone around with me. I've got it turned up. If you're a crazy frog, it's either a spam call or it's news. We'll have to figure out what's going on. I both really want to know and I don't want to know, but if it's anything we can help her with, then we need to know, so. No Lotus. And then maybe some Orbinid and some Erythor's Spear. The vet that I take her to for this, it's not our regular vet, it's like a specialty vet. And it's also like a hospital, like an animal hospital. So when you're hanging out there in the waiting room, you see people like bringing in their pets for like emergencies and stuff. And it's very heavy because it's always somebody with like an animal that's like in danger. They're just like, something's going terribly wrong. And they're all so cute. And I want all of them to get better. It's a lot. Caribbean celebrate birthdays? Not anymore. Long week. Does get easier with more healers. To counterpoint, also bad for healer log parsers. I didn't even look at the logs. I don't even want to know. It's dead. That's the important thing for me this time anyway. I only look at logs if I feel like I did good. Because I'm just here to feed my ego. I'm not getting any better. Alright, I did some crafting work orders for alchemy. Shall we see if there's any to do for enchanting? That's a nice thing to check on. I have 365 acuity. I need to get more of my tools recrafted, but I'm not in a huge hurry because I'm very lazy. I might wait until I can do them myself, actually. My alchemy ones are looking good. Flabby made me a hat. I got a robe done, so it's just my mixing rod that kind of sucks. And then, also, I could probably get one with multi-craft on it, but whatever. And then for enchanting, Flabby remade my crystal, but these things are only okay. But I think I'm still going to put my acuity into knowledge. I need one more alchemist research that I think is going to set me back 400 acuity. So if we get another 35, we will be good. Also, I think there's a new thing that I can make. But let's do these first. Let me shatter something, because I'm assuming I'm going to craft something. So do all the people who work there. Guild Caesar again Monday, so I'm glad to hear the nerfs were so good. I couldn't tell you exactly what they do. I'm sure it's written down somewhere, but I actually didn't look it up. I was just happy to it just felt easier to heal. It felt much more manageable. Concentration concentrate. Can I even make that? Nope, sure can't. I can do glamours though. We like glamours. I'll get 10 storm dust and a viridescent spore, and that should do it. We finally started keys. Only 2 so far. Been learning the dungeon slowly. That's a good place to learn them. And 2s are definitely not as negligible as they used to be. I wanted 10 storm dust and a viridescent spore. I'm wearing like a thermal long sleeve shirt under my big heavy hoodie, and I'm testing out to see how warm the combo is. And I'm pretty happy with it so far. We don't need 2 pairs of pants just yet. Supposedly, I haven't actually looked at the weather, but just through talking to my neighbors and hearing them talk about it, apparently we're gonna get like some insane rain coming like later today and then lasting for like the whole weekend. Some atmospheric river. I don't know. They had crazy words for it, but like it was going to be wet.
Exotic,
And I don't think I have anywhere to go aside from like the normal like dog walks and yoga and stuff. So I think actually I don't even go to yoga on the weekends. I do yoga at home. I went to yoga this morning. I'm so tired. I'm complaining. I'm whiny. People can die in phase 1 now without wiping the raid. It's nice. That is true. They shouldn't die, but they can because the unbalanced things don't count dead people anymore. Yeah, sounds like a recipe for a chill weekend. I hope so. I was looking at my calendar, and maybe it's just because I haven't been putting things on my calendar that perhaps I should, like the upcoming WoW patch. But I was looking at my October, and I'm like, now that this vet visit is like under the belt, it actually seems like it's pretty chill. Like I don't actually have a whole lot of stuff booked for the rest of October, which is nice because maybe I can get some,
Needs to be at least
I don't know,
2
personal
centuries
growth
old.
done. Call it that. I don't really. I don't.
If you find anything exotic,
Moose and I sleep
bring
the
it.
same way. Yeah. Aw, this is deconstructed egg pose. Talk to your neighbors. Moose supposed to be proud of you. I spoke to one of them this morning and then another one yesterday, and in both cases I got to see their doggies. I love living here now because I've lived here so long that I can be walking my dog and I can see 3 different dogs in different points in the block, and I can be like, I know that one and that one and that one and that one likes me. I'll ask sometimes if I'm allowed to give their dogs treats, and if I can, I'll always have like a little treat for dogs that are allowed to take them from me. And it's a real nice way of grinding rep with those dogs because they see me and they're like, oh, it's that lady. It's Dog Walk Santa Claus. Because I always have something good. I always have something a little different, and I always have something good. I am a dog treat aficionado. Moose can have basically anything except for cheese. So we get like dried fishies, we get the beef liver, of course, we get like these little trout things. We have all kinds of stuff. Cookies. They do know me. Some of them really love Moose, and a couple of them really loved me, and it's so cute. It's so sweet. I got to like really get in there and give this one little dog some scritches, and it like rolled over and she showed me her tummy, and I was rubbing her tummy. I also speak to the people because I feel like it would be rude not to, but oh, doggy. Can I pet the doggy? Not doing too bad out here. I think I'm done with my work orders. Do I have a lot of concentration to use? Nah, it's still growing back. My alchemy concentration's getting kind of high, but that's fine. Shall we? You know what the good way to do Hellafall is you get out there and you start. If you never get out there and you start, you're never going to get your keyflame thing done. So I'm going to start it real early today, and hopefully that will help. I have a week order that should pop up at some point. Once I get into Shadowspec, maybe, that will track the different objectives. I would like to get lots of rep because I am Hellafall 19 and I want to be 23 so I can find Belladar on the map. And maybe have an easier time farming that one, especially now that we had a good mount day a couple days ago on Wednesday. We got Rufus, so I am no longer doing the Lurker below because I got the mount to drop from that. I also got the Awakening the Machine mount, so I only need to do that once a week now for rep instead of multiple times per week. And once I get my rep up to 20 whatever, then I feel like I'll be done with that too. 25? 5? Okay. We'll be there for a while. It doesn't take that long. I'm just complaining. Oh, there's lots of world quests I could do for rep too, but maybe we should think about how badly we want it. Hellafall gives such an insane amount of rep, it's crazy. I hear they have cats. A Vermilion Imperial Lynx. What do you look like? Ah, yes. As I suspected. The cat. Well, yeah, I need it. I don't know where I'm gonna ride it. It's a ground mount, doesn't fly. But I need it. It's important. Start working on Lurker. Yeah, Lurker is the only keyword I really use when searching for groups. They tend to be more frequent during prime time, but yeah, more frequent during prime time. So if there's a busier time that you're able to play, that's usually a good bet. Be so amazing if they did fly, though. Just stick some wings on him. Stick a little fairy dust on him. Come on, Blizzard. Final Fantasy does it. Oh, I was gonna use your box. Maybe she'll come hang out up here for a bit. You want to come sit with me? Oh, I thought you needed to go. You want to come sit? Give me the business. She's been like extra lovey since we got home from the vet, and my theory is that she thinks that we did it to punish her, and now she's like, look, I'm a good kitty. Please don't make me go back there. Hi, even though they say that you're very good. Nice kitty cat. Nice kitty. Nice kitty. They asked to have her tummy shaved so she's all like bald. Your spots are gonna come back though, I can see it. I can tell. I miss Kira. Her tummy. I know you've got a buzz cut like me. You've got a buzz tummy like I do. Hi. Oh, there you go. Level 25, 6.1k into the cash. Next highest is 23, and I don't even do the key flames anymore. Oh, nice purse.
The lamplighters are stretched thin.
She and Moose were so cute after she got home yesterday that I cried a tiny bit. They were being so sweet. I expected Moosey because he loves her and he's a bunny. He's very surprisingly gentle considering how crazy he wants to be. So he was like following her around and sniffing the heck out of her, being like, where did you go? Why do you smell so funny? What's going on with this? And he was like kind of like licking her ears and licking her face. And I expected her to hate that. And she was just kind of like headbutting us and doing this to us. And then she was doing it to Moose too. She was giving Moose the nice headbutts like on his shoulder and his front leg. And I'm pretty sure it was on purpose. And she didn't hiss at him once. And I could have cried because she usually really doesn't like him. And I feel like she was coming home and being like, I even missed you, you big oaf. You big bouncy puppy. It was such a big day that I even missed the dog. Oh, it was nice. And he was just following her around, just seeing what's going on, seeing if she was okay. So snuggly today. Yeah. Maybe if I'm nice to this guy, they won't take me back to that place. They have a routine where she will sit down and eat her food. And she tends to spill her food when she eats it. She likes to take it out of the bowl and then try to get it into her mouth, but she doesn't have so many teeth, so sometimes it like falls out of her mouth. And sometimes she'll pick it up off the floor and sometimes she won't. And whenever she doesn't, Moose has realized that he's allowed to eat cat food as long as it's on the floor and not out of her bowl. So he will park up, like he'll hear her eating and go, ooh, that's my cue. And he'll like trot over there, lay down, post up right in front of her eating, and then he'll watch her and he'll wait for her to drop one, and then he'll wait to see if she's gonna eat it. And if she like moves on and is like clearly not gonna eat that one piece, then he will like belly on the floor, stretch out his neck, very submissive, not trying to move in on her at all. And like with an anteater tongue, he'll try to like scoop that one teeny tiny little cat kibble off the floor. And it's not like a huge amount or anything for such a big dog, so I kind of let him do it. But it's very cute because she's like she kind of tolerates it. I didn't think she would because it's her food time and she hates him. But she's kind of like, all right, well, fine. Just as long as I can eat, then we'll do whatever you want. And they have like a routine now where he will sometimes be very close to her, and she doesn't really care. Like, all right, bud, but you can't start eating it out of her mouth. I will draw the line there. Did I thank Mediocrity Squared for a 29-month resub? I'm not sure if I did. Oh, I don't think I'm actually supposed to be lighting these things up with Remy. I think I'm supposed to be loading cabbages. I have done this before. Hypothetically. With WoW, I'm mostly just looking for like a nice comfy thing to do. I want to play the WoW equivalent of knitting. I feel like the rest of my life has been like effort and a little bit of stress. And it's been good, but it's been a lot. And I just kind of would love to sit here and do something that I've got under control. Where are the cabbages? Am I in the right spot for cabbages? I'm not sure that I am. I don't think I am. I think I got lost. I think I moved on and got lost. You know what? I'll get out of this for now. As long as we pick up, this is my WeakAura that tracks the Keyflame objectives. I will grab a link for it just in case anybody is looking for it. They turn yellow when I picked up the quest, and they disappear off the list completely when I have completed them, which is kind of nice. So I can track and see whether or not I've done enough. It should come back in a sec. Whether I've done everything, because otherwise I'm never really going to learn these. It also has coordinates showing me where the different objectives or the Keyflames are. I'm not sure if it checks like the bonus objectives or not, but as long as you can kind of do those while you're doing everything else. practice questing or gathering for me. If you're wanting knitting, might I suggest tailoring? So just get out of the WoW category and just do my cross stitch on stream. Oh man. High octane gameplay. She is purring a storm over here. Hi. Hi, baby. You're so soft. Last time you came back and you were all goopy, and this time you came back like you've been groomed. Came back so clean. I want to like this Hallowfall event, but it feels too chaotic for me. It's a little much, and the game could do a like something like this helps me feel more organized about it, but I feel that the game could do a better job of telling you everything there is so that you can work through it if it's important to you to do all of it. It almost feels like they would prefer you to just kind of do whatever you come across and then that's good enough, but most gamers don't work like that. Key Flame World events or the mini flame quests that give rep. I think they both give, it all gives rep. There's the bonus events and the daily quests, or the weekly quests or whatever. As well as the world quest that has you just light 4 key flames. The fact that the world quest only asks you to light 4 key flames makes me think that maybe they don't expect you to do all of it. It's just there if you feel like overachieving, but I guess for a long time I wasn't doing all of it. I was just kind of showing up and doing whatever seemed convenient and reasonable. Definitely don't. I don't do most of them. It is a little satisfying sometimes, though, if you're in the right mood, to just clear out the whole batch of them. Just work right through it. That Halo accomplished nothing. They were already dead. There we go. I get extra rep. That is true. I still want chances at the now drop. I don't have a Dauntless Imperial Lynx yet. I'm starting to think it doesn't want to come home with me. It's holding out for a nicer house with more beds and a fireplace. Hate that you're almost forced to have add-ons and read Wowhead to know everything there is and what to do. Should be explained in the base game. Yeah, they don't do a perfect job of there's just too many things, and I feel like they're a little afraid to tell you everything because they don't want to scare people away. They want some things to be kind of, I mean, I'm just guessing. I'm guessing they want some things to be there for you to uncover, either via Wowhead or poking around, so that you don't feel obligated to do it if you're new and you're just trying to find your feet. But it makes the overall experience feel kind of messy. Although I can never tell. Is it the game that feels messy, or is it my brain that feels messy? Who's to say? I'm the problem, it's me. Most games rely on outside resources. Try starting without a wiki. My first starter playthrough I did do without a wiki, and I had a lovely time. I definitely did not give anybody gifts that they liked whatsoever. The game does, at least Stardew does have, like, the books you find will give you hints as to what gifts to give people, but, like, yeah, you're gonna be having a hard time if you want to max everything out in the first couple of years. I don't think that dirt is quite right. Something's not quite right. Game isn't worth for it. Yeah. Yeah, it all kind of depends on what your goals are for a game. Because WoW's an MMO and you're in here with a lot of other people, it's natural to feel like you're in competition with other people and that you want to feel caught up relative to where you perceive everybody else to be. Which makes it feel kind of bad if you feel like you're doing it wrong. I would like to pick up more quests before I like worry too much about finishing them. Shall we do that? Let me just go do like a little lap. Because some of these things are going to kind of overlap a bit, I think. Let's just do a lap. Yeah, get the rare quest, because I don't want to be killing rares if I don't have the rare quest. We'll light up all the key flames. I'll get all the quests, and then we'll just kind of wander around and panic, I think, is a great plan.
Even our machines.
I have, how many 80s do I have? 2? I think?
We will make a garden
and then planning to level, I don't know. I have no plans. Probably more, but I don't have any criteria. If I got to the end of the expansion and I still only had 2, that would be fine. That would mean that I had fun playing the 2 that I have.
From the land, or take them from monstrous clutches.
Want something to do with it requiring too much brain power? Good thing to work on. I have brain power. I'm at a point with my morning yoga practice where I'm doing half primary now, which is great. And I like it very much. But I'm pretty slow when I'm doing yoga because I still am pretty new. So I'm taking lots of time to set up my postures to make sure I'm getting into them correctly. I'm trying to breathe like deep and slow and then still hold things for like the 5 breaths. And then sometimes I take an extra breath here and there to like stabilize and catch my breath and make sure I'm breathing properly. And it means that it takes me like an hour and a half to get through just half primary. And I think it's supposed to be like an hour and a half to do full primary eventually, maybe 2 hours. And I feel like if I do any more, I'm gonna die. I need to eventually start doing it faster, I think. I think eventually I'll be maybe swifter at like moving into and out of things. I'll get more like muscle memory for it, and it won't take so long to set everything up. But I don't feel like I'm going that slow, but I must be going slow because I think everybody else is going faster than me. Speed run that yoga, right? Maybe it's just my fitness needed to catch up so I can do these things without needing like the extra catch-up breaths or anything. I don't know. Hard to be patient. Yeah, I think I'm doing fine. I don't think anyone's in a hurry to give me more to do. I think that it's fairly clear that I am at the at my limits doing what I'm doing now. And it all feels good. It's just a lot of energy. It's totally fine if I have time to like nap in the afternoon, but if I don't nap and I'm trying to do consecutive days, I get in trouble. So I think this is the potato one. Although I'm not done picking them up. I'm going to keep picking them up until I get them all. It's exactly how I feel about my new job. Yeah, I mean, it's the thing I tell myself that I think would also apply to a new job is that it's good to go slowly and pay attention because it means that you're putting in effort to do it correctly and you're not going to learn bad habits that are then kind of annoying to try to fix later. It's just frustrating early on when it feels like you're taking way longer to do things that other people are ripping through, but they've got them out of their working memory. They don't have to think about it anymore. Started my Lurker Mount farm. I am now done with my Lurker Mount farm. Oh, congratulations. That's lucky. That's nice. So I want to go get Attica, Terry Bigstone, and Whisper something. Do you carry the light? Yeah. Here, have it. I was whining to my trainer about feeling like I hadn't made much progress with my upper body strength. Today, this will take a while. You're doing fine. External professional perspective helped. I try and remind myself. I try and remind myself that I have the rest of my life. Hopefully, barring any bus accidents, that will be a long time. Nothing has to happen in the next 3 weeks or anything like that. Although, my teacher did tell me that we're starting back bends next week, or that I'm starting back bends next week to just add onto my closing posture. So I guess I am going to do a little bit more, but those are closing ones. They don't count. How hard can they be? I'm actually quite excited to start back bends because there's like this lore in yoga that doing back bends, which is when you're bending your back like back and not forward, because we do a lot of forward folds already. There's a connection between bending in that way and like emotional release sometimes, and that it's a sometimes harrowing, but like a good way to kind of face your self. And it's a place where a lot of people find personal growth, so I'm looking forward to that because I have demons. I'm sure I must. I don't know what they are, but I don't think I need to know what they are. I just need to not run away from them. Interesting. Yeah, apparently it's not unusual for people to have, I mean, maybe not like in your first day or your first one, but like it's a place that you work that it's not unusual for people to have like tears or like emotions or whatnot, and it's just a place to kind of unlock some of those things that people hold in their bodies, which is something that I thought sounded insane when I first heard about it. The fact that you can just like hold like memories or trauma or pain or patterns in like physically in your body, and that there's physical things you can do to help unwind them. It just sounded bananas because like in Western culture, it's very normal to think of your body and your brain as being two completely separate things that don't really interact at all. And it's fascinating to kind of start to unwind that and realize how intertwined they are. You can mount and fly and pull the disc. That is a very good tip. One day maybe I'll remember it. I think I've heard that before, and I think I've gone, oh yeah, I should do that. And then I think I'm still walking it up the hill. I have made a note to dig into further into this because I want to know more. I do know my back feels really good because of all the bending and stretching and strengthening that I'm doing with it. My shoulders feel pretty good too. I was very scared of the twist that I just got to have you wrapping your arms kind of backwards around your legs and then clasping them behind your back in different ways. And I've saw people doing that and I'm like, that looks painful. I don't want to. That's awful. I don't think I'm even going to be able to touch my hands. But as it turns out, I can. And as it turns out, it actually feels very good in my shoulders. I'm still not doing it very much yet. And you're supposed to forward fold, and my forward fold is about 1 centimeter. But I was expecting it to hurt, and it mainly feels nice. That's a good one. Yeah. Eventually, I need to get my lotus sorted out so I can do it properly in a half lotus as opposed to just jamming my foot behind my ankle. But, you know, baby steps. I also used to think that lotus pose, where you're sitting cross-legged but with your feet on top of your thighs with your soles facing up, I used to think that was something people did just to hurt themselves. And as it turns out, does not to hurt yourself, should not hurt your knees. Takes some stretching to get into, or to be able to do. Your hips need to be quite loose, and not everybody's hips can actually do it. Some people's bodies are shaped in a way that's not going to work. But the point is that it's comfortable. It's supposed to be a meditation posture. The whole original point of yoga postures is that your body should be stable and strong and comfortable and basically out of your way so that you can meditate and focus. And it's a lot easier to sit on the ground with your feet out of the way than have them crunched underneath your ankles if you can safely move them that way anyway. Otherwise, cushion's good, bolster's good. I have a meditation cushion that I like a lot. It's got the buckwheat in it, and it has a phoenix on it. Or maybe it's a peacock, I don't know. It's blue. What am I doing? I still have not picked up all of my quests. I said I was going to get them all before I did this, and I have not done so. Let's go get more. I know there's more up this way. Important point a lot of people don't realize. Sometimes the way our bodies and bones are organized don't allow us to do some of these positions. Yep, it's totally fine. You have to remember, and it's hard because I never remember, but you're supposed to remember what your goals are. And ideally, your goals aren't to do the thing that you saw on Instagram, because that's going to set you up for a lot of problems. My goal is to show up. And I showed up this morning, and that was good. In any of these stretches or postures, if you're feeling the stretch and you're feeling it where you're supposed to be feeling it, then you're doing it. It doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as you are getting a stretch in the correct area. One of my somebody else that I learned yoga from mentioned that her teacher told her, if you're feeling it, then you're doing it. And I remember that. Doesn't matter if I'm not bending very far. I'm sure feeling it, so it counts. Hi gang, sup Saga? Happy 48-month resub. Welcome back. You guys back from your dad's house? What am I doing? Have I got all my quests yet? No, probably not. 65,24. Yeah, something like that. Usually whenever you look at a post someone is doing and think that probably hurts, that is a problem with you and not them. I think some of the stuff is definitely always going to be uncomfortable just because of the way that it's set up, but it shouldn't like hurt. There's all kinds of different sensations before you get to just straight pain. Well, this is where I set my waypoint. Have I lost a keyframe around here? I have, there it is. Go back on Monday, still recovering. 9-hour-long road trip. I would do a number on anybody. That's a lot. If I'm in the car for 45 minutes, I'm tired. Seen enough chest x-rays to say lungs alone have huge variations. Now there's quest, very good.
Coins glitter.
And we've got one more to pick up. Let's go get the crab grab thing. 6117. It's like way up here. Ish. Maybe today I'll get my kitty cat. Maybe today we'll get the lynx. I have my good luck cat in my lap, so it's a good chance. Since starting bouldering, I've realized being 5'1" makes it a lot harder to get to certain points. Less body weight to pull up. Every limb's super short, so reaching is hard. That's really cool. I'm glad you kept going. I think it's so fascinating watching professional climbers because they have such wide and varying body types. It seems like there really are like big advantages and big disadvantages to being any particular build. Like some sports, you know, you think of basketball and you think of all the professional basketball players, and with a couple of exceptions, most of them are real big. There is a certain like body type that you associate with basketball because that's what tends to perform well. And with climbing, you'd think it would be the same thing, but there's pros and cons to each setup, apparently. Because there are some very small climbers that are very good, and there's some very big climbers that are very good. And Zeus flexibility due to inactivity. What's cool is that you can get it back, apparently. Oh, he's snoring. Oh. He's doing his sleep lifts. He talks in his sleep. What makes this extra cute to me is he almost never barks when he's awake. Good one, bud. I love him. I've been waiting for him to do that on stream. Sometimes it can be quite loud. It actually has woken me up before. There's a big key flame. Oh, there's the little one. You know what I need to do is I need to get into my AoE spec. I don't have Shadow Crash right now. This is like my rating single target spec, and it's not going to do me a whole lot of good. Okay, we're starting off with bouldering. Harder for a short person, but easier once you get to the harder levels. I felt for like 10 seconds that I could be possibly too tall for yoga just because everybody that I saw around me was very tiny. But then my teacher is 6'2", so I put that excuse to bed pretty quickly. I am not too tall. I have the same arms and legs as everybody else. We can do it. Okay, alright. We have all of the quests. This is excellent. Now it is time to do everything in really no particular order. As long as we get it all done. Oh wait, hang on. Don't upset anybody. We need to change specs. Dungeon. I don't know why I have this spec twice. I think it's the same spec as well. Both even more gung-ho about moving there now. Tanked my first raid last night. Add-ons make tanking trivial. I was so worried. Yeah, whenever I tanked, I would have DBM and it would just be like, taunt now, and I would be like, okay. You betcha. You got it. I don't have a key for that, so I guess I'm gonna leave it alone. This is crabs. Are you guys busy? Can I just grab your crabs? I should probably ask people before you just start grabbing the crabs. I can grab your crabs, although I'm probably also gonna have to fight them. Are you tempted to race change any of your classes to dragon? No, not me. I'm happy for people that are happy. I love that for you. I love that for them. Not for me. Since I was the youngest having a kid's birthday party. Bratwurst style hot dogs. Oh, that's really nice. He's got the foot kickies. He's running. He sleeps with his eyes open. It's a bit spooky. I know that's quite normal for dogs, but like he's fully asleep. That is spooky. Kitty sometimes will sleep with her eyes like almost closed, but not quite, and you can still see into her eyes, but Moose will sleep with his eyes like wide open. He's chasing bunnies. Dragon who can't wear robes. Priest, it's so tempting for the movement, but then you're just always a dragon on your login screen. Did I hear that they nerfed the double jump for non-evokers? I thought I heard that somewhere. Graham's the only boss you have to pay attention to because the taunt window is so small. Grab that grab. Glide is nerfed. My pup once howled in his sleep, woke himself up, and kept howling for a bit. Oh. Who did that? Never mind. Ow. I don't want Moose to howl, because I feel like it would be quite loud. But every once in a while, if we make like a howling sound near him, or we have like a video of a dog howling, he won't howl, but he'll kind of look at it and tilt his head, being like, this seems relevant to me. Is there something I should be doing? And then we turn it off. I'm like, no, you're good. You're perfect, buddy. Don't change. I'm glad he's having a good sleep. I think he was up for a bit last night. Miss Kira was singing the Song of Her People through the night at like midnight and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. At a certain point, I'm like, I know you're fine. I'm staying in bed. Moose is like, well, I'm gonna go check on her. Now you can hear him get up and like pat over to go see what she's doing. Howling dog in an apartment seems bad, right? My neighbors hate me and I can't figure out why. Finley would always look at us after howling with a, why did I just do that look on his face? Apparently dogs can't hear themselves howl. Oh. Hi, Scarlet. Okay, I need to kill this. This is on my to-do list. I exist today, too. I want to see how dramatic this rain is going to be. People are talking a big game. I have to go out in it for at least a while tomorrow because I missed advanced voting, so I have to go vote on voting day. It's going to be all wet outside, but it's rain jackets. It's just, you know, like it rains all the time here and no one really cares. So the fact that so many people are talking about it makes me feel like either the news is doing a number on people or it's going to be like serious weather. To go out and exist in the world soon? How dare they make me put on pants this Friday? It's very inconsiderate of them. I've started putting extra pants on over my yoga pants. I used to come back from yoga and then just like walk Moose for his morning walk right away. And I realized that if I do that, I'm freezing because my yoga stuff is like wet when I get home because I got sweaty. And I don't really have time to shower before I take him out. So the trick is to take a pair of sweatpants and put them on over the yoga stuff. And that way you have at least an extra layer that's not wet. Wear a skirt, problem solved. Would that solve the problem? Oh, I see, the wearing pants problem. That's true. People like skirts a lot. People talk a big game about them and how fun they are. And I agree the twirling thing is fun, but I'm quite attached to my sweatpants. One day, somebody who's very hip is going to try to give me a makeover, and I'm going to look at them and be like, nope. My legs are happy. I like skirts, but only the maxi kind. Early voting stations across the street, thank goodness. Nice. Finally rained, cooled down yesterday. Still felt like late summer here until now. I don't mind going outside if I can at least wear sweatpants for pants. Jeans, no thank you. I wear jeans when I want to dress up. I wear jeans when I want to look like I'm wearing an outfit. Which is funny because for many people jeans are like their casual Friday thing, but for me jeans are fashion, style. Because I mean if I think about the places that I go regularly, grocery shopping, sweatpants. Walking the dog, for sure sweatpants. Visiting family, sweatpants.
Waterways have always been
there's not a lot of occasions that would require
predators of the undersea
high dress.
Upon the
Maybe a
folk.
date. I wouldn't wear sweatpants out to a restaurant that is nicer than Chipotle for a date. Maybe the nice sweatpants. Or skirts when I channel my inner Stevie Nicks. Always wearing shorts with my skirts though still. I used to wear mini skirts and leggings all the time because it would help me keep warm but also still feel cute. But I haven't felt the need to do that because the leggings have still been too cold. Okay, we are almost finished recovering supplies. What else? One more demoralized recruit. Threats eliminated, generally speaking, at the pond. I'm sure fishing doesn't count. Hope everything well with Kitty. Thank you. She did good at the vet yesterday. We'll find out what's going on in a couple of days. Yes. Oh, sleepy boy. Sleepy doggy. I love them both so much. I was having my breakfast on the couch this morning, my coffee, and Moose, like, every day he snuggles like a little bit more. Like for a while he would just kind of sit on the couch beside me but not touching in the mornings, and we would be hanging out. And then he would get like a little closer. And then he would start kind of like leaning up against me before he flumps down, so he's like laying on my legs. Today he just like slammed his butt down on my lap and was like, "This works, right?" And I'm like, "Sure, yeah, if you want." Doesn't look comfortable, but who am I to tell you what to do? Our Chipotle is open. I have discovered that burritos are too much food for me, but tacos are delicious. And
the harvesters work the land with the strength of 10 Arathi. Yet the shadow corrupts even our machines.
It's weird seeing YouTubers I watched in Legion streaming WoW.
Parts.
Is it that weird if it's like a WoW YouTuber and they're streaming WoW? Like, I appreciate it's been a long time, but it's not like seeing your kindergarten teacher at the liquor store. Waiting for the roomie to feel she's able to make the venture. Give me the dog. I love him or her. He's a boy. Apparently. His name is Moose. I'm gonna take a break and check on my cat, but I'll just leave the pet cam up like this. So that we can get big Moose cam. I'm sure she's fine, but she's she's talking a lot. Oh, one sec. How you going, bud? Okay. There's Moosey snooze. Alright. Yes, he's snoozing. Kitty's fine. She was standing by a completely full and clean water bowl demanding it be refilled, so I did so. Kitty cat can get what she wants. What else? We have a couple quests done. I can just hide them for now. I'm sure we'll get to them eventually. I would love to do this. The bonus objectives are great because they give the caches that can drop the Lynx mount, so I should try to stick with those. Tommy Legion is nearly 10 years old. Hazel. Scarlet, how was your day? Yesterday? Yesterday was okay. It's always kind of a hard day because I'm always worrying about the cat and she's not happy and you have to kidnap her, and then you're like, this is gonna cost like a lot of money, which is already planned for, but it still kind of hurts when you when you do it. But it was good. It was all right. Drive was good. I'm feeling much better about driving in general. I think it's just been driving to yoga all the time, even though it's literally the same route, because it goes through downtown. I feel like that's been kind of bumping my confidence up a little bit. So I'm not as petrified to get behind the wheel anymore, which is nice. I ended up sleeping for like 4 hours in the middle of the day because Kitty was going to be gone. She was going to be at the vet like all day, and they're like, well, we might call you around like 5, and I'm like, 5? But then as it turned out, I was actually pretty tired, so I just napped for most of it. Shelter ever asked for updates about Moose? They don't, and I've been meaning to email them just like a little photo dump of like, remember this puppy that you let me have? Here's what he turned into. Because I'm sure somebody there would remember him and would want to see. And I was gonna do it when he turned 1, and then I never did it and I forgot. But I bet I could do it any time. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Because he looks so different now. You would need to include puppy pictures so they know which puppy that you're talking about. And what's funny is when they were introducing him to us, they were like, yeah, he was like the calm one from the litter. He was the sweet, quiet, reasonable one. Like for a puppy, he's very calm. I'm like, oh, that's nice. That's cool. Neat. And I think he just needed to relax into his new home to let his inner wild creature out. What is it they want me to do? Contaminated goo washed away. This one. Oh, I see. Pressure washer simulator. The foster home we got Kitty from asked for updates in the first couple of months. Shelter sends a newsletter, and I love seeing updates of adopted pets. So they lied to you. I think lots of dogs will be fairly reserved when they're in a shelter or even in foster care, and then once they've kind of like settled in and they're comfortable, then they show their personality more, and maybe more energy and craziness might come out. He is a very good calm boy, except for when he wants to be wild. he gets serious zoomies, which is understandable. I would cuddle that dog. I love him. I know him for 5 minutes. He's a good boy. He's very sweet. He likes to pop bubbles with his nose. If there's bubbles and puddles in the street. What else can I give you? Moose trivia. Woofs in his sleep. We had a little bit of that earlier. Bites his leash when he gets a little too excited. He'll get himself worked up. Like, he'll see one of his friends and he'll be like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And then he'll play with his friend for like 10 seconds. And then he'll be too worked up and he'll start just biting his leash. And I'm like, buddy, your friend's right there. There's a dog that wants to play with you. Do you really need to be having a tantrum right now? Yes. Yes, he does. I have not tried Power Wash Simulator, but there is a Mario Party mini game called Bus Buffer from some Mario Party or another that had a similar feeling to it that I enjoyed very much. So I probably would like Power Wash Simulator. I just don't know if I'm looking for more games. I have excellent games in my library that I barely even played that I feel like I would enjoy very much. I don't think I'm looking for more entertainment. I think I'm sufficiently entertained. I could probably be sufficiently entertained on just WoW and Hearthstone Battlegrounds for the rest of my life. Maybe a little Animal Crossing venture every now and then. I'm pretty happy. Like, yeah, Subnautica. Enshrouded is another one. I feel like that must be a wonderful game that I would like very much given how much I liked Valheim, but I just got off to a bad start with it and then put it down and never picked it back up again. And it's probably in much better shape now too because it's been like a year. They dropped a trailer for Subnautica 2 yesterday. Oh. You excited? How is BG3 going? It's not. I have not been playing it. Same thing with Elden Ring. I got through however many bosses I got through and then I have not been playing it. When I sit down to game, I want to relax. Relax. Doglet's comfy. Same voice that me and a lot of my friends watched here in Austria nearly 10 years ago. But you know, you had quite the impact on some people. Aww. Yeah, still here. That might be just making sure, oh, I want to see this one. My partner is out fishing, and he's on his way home now, but he was kind of playing chicken with the rainstorm, so I was keeping my phone on just in case he needs me to, like, go get him if it's, like, bad, but he sent a video of, like, the rainstorm front moving in. I wonder if it looks more dramatic in person. The phone kind of washes the colors out, but there's some big cloud banks coming. Elden Ring was my big time sink before the War Within launch. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I feel like I could keep busy with it for a long time. But I have to be in the right mood for it, and I don't know if those moods honestly happen for me that much anymore. I feel like I used to feel like I had something to prove, and that was part of what got me into the Souls games in the first place. Was kind of this feeling of like mastering something and, you know, being competent at a difficult video game. And that's not as important to me anymore. So as much fun as it is, I've kind of made my peace with just using my time to be comfy. What breed is he? He's so cute. He is a German Shepherd mixed with Siberian Husky, mixed with Alaskan Malamute, mixed with Australian Cattle Dog, mixed with about 10 other things. Yeah. You can call him a Shepsky and you wouldn't be wildly wrong. But he's a mutt for sure. Love the moose cam. Moose cam. Comfy boy. Comfy boy, not shy. No modesty. No modesty needed. Okay, we got that done. I'm gonna save up all of my lamplighter supply satchels so that I can use them all at once. Maybe get a cat. That would be exciting.
With a strength of
We
10
can turn that in.
Yet the
Looks like we just need a couple more springs for this particular thing.
Search
I can fix harvest pots, but I don't know if I need to for anything. Maybe they'll come with me.
We will make a garden.
It's like a very large Shiba. He's got a good curly husky tail on him. His tail curls right over his back. When he's happy, anyway. And he's usually happy. Although he does have a pretty good dramatic pout if he doesn't get his way. He licked my snack. He's not allowed to take food off my plates or lick my plates or go anywhere near the plates. And every now and then he likes to check a boundary just to make sure it's still in place. And I had a little snack plate on the coffee table, and I was like setting down to eat my snack, and he like just moseyed up to it and he went and I'm like, buddy, what the heck? He lost couch privileges for a while. He was very sad. You can't just lick my snack, bud. Listen, I'm very close with my dog. I'm not that close. Also, it included chocolate, and you were not allowed to have that. I shouldn't even have that.
To maintain the key
Great place to find candle wax.
A
yeah, I've noticed there's lots of good treasures here. Good for profession knowledge.
Gather the remnants from the land.
Dog's going nuts today because 2 foxes are walking around our backyard and sunning themselves. That would do it. I have a German Shepherd Bloodhound mix. Their pouts are the best. I've never met your dog, but I love them already. We had baby raccoons. So the deer seem to have moved on, which is good. I had a family of deer that had like set up camp on my street, and it was making walking my dog at night a real mess because they're a bit territorial because they have like a fawn. Anyways, I think they've moved on, which is great because it means that I can walk at my door. But there's this big tree not far from the building, pretty close to the entrance, and I was just, and it's kind of in the dark. There's not like a huge light right in that spot. And I was like, I hear something moving around in there. It's a bit strange. It's nighttime, like it's dark out. It's not going to be a big bird, but something pretty big is moving in that tree. And I'm like kind of looking at it, and I thought maybe it was a squirrel, because I saw that it had like a big like fluffy tail. And I'm like, okay, so it's probably not a rat. It's weird for a squirrel to be like squirreling around in the dark though. Like they normally, I don't know where they go, but they normally don't do that. And then a light came by and shone on it. Baby raccoons. It was absolutely baby raccoons. You called it. I guess their parents had stashed them in the tree because they were just like, you weren't supposed to see us. And we're like, okay, sorry, we're leaving because I didn't know where the parents were. And I had my dog with me, and I'm like, none of this is going to go well if I stay here. So we're moving. We're continuing to go on. But they were so cute. They were so cute. But yeah, no messing with the baby animals. It's like extra dangerous because their parents aren't having any of that. But they're so sweet. And it's funny because they'll just like, their parents will stash them in like a big bush or a tree, and they'll just sit there and they'll just kind of like work around, and then like you'll look at them and they'll just be like, oops, you didn't see me. I wasn't supposed to get caught. And then later when I went to bed that night, I was kind of wondering, like, after I left, they knew that I saw them. Were they worried about it? Like, was that baby raccoon continuing to think about whether or not I was going to come back for them? Or was it kind of like an out of sight, out of mind thing? I don't know how smart they are at that age. I know the adults are freakishly clever, but I was just kind of hoping it wasn't keeping them up at night, because I'm no danger to raccoons. I'm not going to rat them out to management. If the city wants to do pest control, that's their problem, not mine. First question with baby animals: where is mom? And it's hard when they've stashed their babies somewhere, because they could be nearby and they could be not nearby. It's impossible to tell. But yeah, we mainly have problems with the mama deer. I thought they would be done fawning by now because it's October, but they're still having babies. Where am I going now? I have more quests. Let's do this one. Hazel, not a danger to raccoons. Nuttigans. Terrified of swans when they have cygnets with them. Is that a name for a baby swan? I've never heard of that before. I saw a flock of geese when I was fishing. They actually landed, like they were kind of doing like a flyby, like a squadron of fighter planes, and they did like a little lap of the lake, and then they settled down in the lake when we were fishing. This was Monday or Tuesday, I think.
If the shadows find you, call.
And it was a bit scary because we had a line out there, and my partner was like, "Oh no, I think one of them's caught on my line," and I'm like, "Oh," but I think it just kicked it. We did not catch a goose. That would have been a bad day. Okay, that one's done. I haven't come across any rares threatening the key flames yet. But I do know, because I was told last week, that the key flames have a timer on them, and when the timer expires, our rare is going to show up. So that one's not going to be for 10 minutes.
Out of crops and farmhands alike.
What else do we got?
Parasites to the Arathi in
Ever-blossoming
every
fungi?
sense.
Oh, cabbages. Alright. We can do it. We're in the wrong field. Why did I spawn in this field when I need to be in that field? I'm coming. Ah, yes. The cobra chickens. You already got a photo of 2 white-tailed eagles fighting mid-flight. Oh. Sounds like learning to me. What, the geese or the fisher people.
Aj Kahet is at war with us on both
These things are so
battlefield
cute.
and farm. Their saboteurs
cabbages.
taint and corrupt
So
our fields.
the lesson is that you can spam it. Yeah, there we go. I don't remember hitting my bug broiler, but there it is. And then of course we have the worms. Carrots. Very good. And any bugs? Buggies? Yeah. Oh, the keyflames have a timer thing. Right, yeah. 6 minutes on this one. And it might take me 6 minutes just to do the bugs and then the worms, so that should work out. Fighting? Or doing a mating fight. Oh, got the new cat and mouse gift. Nice. Meow. Meow. Sometimes I wonder, when I see somebody with a cat at the vet or like, I don't know, in their home or out walking, I wonder, do they also speak to their cat? Do they meow at their cat? Does everybody meow at their cat? It can't be everybody. But I feel like it's more people than would readily admit it. I think this is a pretty meowing at your cat positive group of people. I think you guys are pretty chill with that, but there's got to be some people that would be like embarrassed if anybody found out that they meowed at their cat, but it's like such a natural thing to do. All the time. Full conversations with my cat. Everyone meows stalks their cat. I found out that one of my raiders has a cat that sits in his lap sometimes when he's raiding, and it's bumped him up my PI list like 5 slots. Forget about class tier for who should get power infusion. It's all about who's got cute cats. Yeah, and sing annoying songs about them. I have a friend who doesn't meow at his cat. Just doesn't click with him. It's only a problem if you start hearing the cat talking back in a language you understand. That's one of my favorite things about having had Kira for so long, is that I don't know what every meow means, but I know what a few of them are. And she has one that just means thanks. Like, she's got one that's hey, that's hello, that's like she's got a hello chirp that's very cute. Because she's so casual about it. You'll be like, hi kitty, she'll be like, meow. Say hey, what's up? And then she has a similar but slightly different one where when you filled her bowl or like done her water or done something for her, where she's like, thanks. Meow. She's got like a special chirp for that. And they're different from any other. She only uses them in those situations. Oh, hello, I was just talking about you. Come on. But I've heard them so many times that they sound like English to me. Who does get PI in your raid? Flabby. Typically Flabby. Whether or not it's Shaman's a good pick, Flabby's pretty much always a good pick because you know he's going to optimize it. Got through a procedure like a champ? She sure did. Yeah. She did, for sure. I missed her a lot yesterday. I don't like being home without her home. She was there for long enough that we came back home and then went back out to pick her up. And I do not. Also, why are you wet? You stick your face in your bowl again. I do not care for being at home. She's usually pretty quiet. She's like chatty today, but she's usually quite quiet. So you wouldn't think that she adds that much sound to the house, but it still feels so freaky and quiet when she's not here, even with Moose here. I think he missed her too. He was sulking yesterday. He was like looking for her. He was waiting by the door because he saw us leave with her and then he saw us come back without her, and he was not a big fan of that. Yeah, so Kitty went to the vet yesterday to get some more testing done. I've been taking her to a specialty vet for some ultrasounds and biopsies because they found something going on in her lungs that doesn't look too good, so we're going to find out what it is and what we can do. But she's been doing good with all of the steps so far. Always wonder if it's better to PI the player? PI the class? Probably depends. If all players are equal, then surely PI the class. I think it's totally fine in like a heroic or lower rating situation to PI whoever you want. Spread it out so different people can have fun. PI your friends. PI your enemies to make friends. You know, it's if they wanted it to always go in the same person, they would have made it happen automatically. You have a choice for a reason. You can choose to do whatever you want. I think there's lots of good reasons to PI somebody. Maybe get a humidifier. Yeah, we'll talk to the vet. I'm sure they will have varying amounts of advice for us depending on what's going on. Man, that dog is out. Every now and then he sleeps so soundly in the same position for so long that I'm like, he is breathing, right? He hasn't just perished. I think he's breathing. Behind the tank, tell the DPS it's on cooldown. Because I play with mouse over casting enabled, every once in a blue moon, it hasn't happened for ages, but I have in the past accidentally, like, had a hand spasm and PI'd, like, a warlock pet. And it works, you can totally PI a warlock pet, or a hunter pet or whatever, but, like, it's really funny, because it'll go on cooldown, and somebody will be like, hey, so, wait, do you have PI up soon? And I'll be like, about that. Bad news. Little bit of a problem. I think I've migrated. I don't think this is the same one that was going to be up in a few minutes. Also, it kind of drives me nuts that these crates respawn and show on the map. Oh, yeah. Because I can't always find them. Oh, there it is. Whenever I pug, usually PI the highest geared DPS. If they have the highest item level, that's good enough for something. Not a bad metric to go by. That's 3 minutes. You sleepy? That doesn't look sustainable. I think you're gonna fall over. This was the one that was almost up. Yeah, 30 seconds on this one, that's right. Because I haven't done my worms yet. Mom! Worms! Just explain that you only PI people you like and Warlock Demons higher in the totem pole. I don't want to cause any drama by making anybody think that I actually don't like them. I don't know all my raiders well enough to get away with making jokes like that. Some of them, for sure. But I feel like I'm always kind of in danger of seeming really rude because I very frequently miss messages in chat and Discord. I don't pay super close attention to those things, and I'll see them like hours later, if at all. If somebody talks to me in guild chat, there's a strong chance I'm never going to see it because I just don't keep it in my regular chat window. And I don't keep super close tabs in my regular chat window anyways. So I feel like it's very easy to end up thinking that I'm awful and ignoring somebody because I never see anything. Whoa. Yeah, random hunter. There we go. Highest bidder. Gotta pay for the feast somehow. I've never actually taken bribes. I joke about it all the time. But I've never actually taken bribes for anything like a life grip or a PI or anything. There's a new joke going around that Flabby's kind of running a loan cartel, and that I'm the muscle for when people don't pay up. I don't know how that got started. I wasn't paying enough attention in Discord when they were talking about it, but I found out later. I have healing procs in dungeons. I prioritize which DPS I save based on who is doing the most DPS. It's very pragmatic of you. So we got 1 or 2 rare creatures, and then this one should be up in a couple of minutes. This is not a bad place to hang out if there's anything I can do here. Yeah. Don't need to squash that rumor either. Yeah. Flabby jokes a lot, but he's actually very generous. He supplies a lot of materials to the guild bank and to raid nights with no expectation of repayment. He'll make like cauldrons and stuff with just on his own with his own gold, which is very helpful because those things are expensive. It's incredible how much capacity people still have to make decisions like that. I had a PI me WeCore, and that was that. Let somebody else worry about timing or requesting the PI. Part of the reason I give it to Flabby is because I know him well enough to know that he will give me some grief, but not too much over bad PI timing. And I am queen of terrible PI timing. Because I'm just still workshopping. I mean, I'm always workshopping it because I want to use it often. You want to get as many casts as you can, but sometimes I don't think things through and I use it right before like an immunity phase or a running away phase, or like kind of late in a trash pull, or you know, lots of questionable PIing going on with me. It is what it is. But my rule is that if you give me grief about my PI, except for Flabby. But he's smart enough not to usually. It's a great way to not get PI anymore. So there will be no complaining. You take whatever you get. Worst priest ever, always forget to use PI. I really appreciate that they changed it so that the Twins of the Sun thing is a talent that you can very easily get, so that you always get it yourself whenever you PI somebody else. It makes it easier for me to remember to use it because I want the PI for myself as well. And then sometimes my bad PI timing is because I need it for healing, and I'm just giving it to you so that somebody else can get it.
We will triumph.
But not fully convinced that Flabby isn't a super genius alien in a human suit. I mean, have you seen the human suit? How do we know he's not just an alien? PI is Power Infusion. It is a 2-minute cooldown that all priests have. That's kind of like a mini Bloodlust. It's 20% haste for 15 seconds. You can cast it on anybody that you like. And most priests will have a talent that gives it to the priest as well as their target, so they can share it with others without needing to give it up for themselves. You'll notice that somebody has PI because they get like this sort of red fiery, this is what it looks like an orange fiery aura. Super nice to have, especially if you can stack it with like really good cooldowns. Same with Bloodlust, used in Grim Batol, the third boss, but the bit before the dragon. I've had people be extremely pushy and pugs about PI. Oh, well, that's not very nice. I like playing a priest. It's not the flashiest. Might be the flash-healiest. But I like the tools that we have. And I like the glitter. And I like levitate. And I like the really smug passive animation in combat. Look at all this turning green. Isn't that satisfying? I think we're getting to the end of at least the most of the quests anyway. I don't know about all the bonus objectives. Can't play priest because of the very low mobility. It is challenging for sure. I always feel spoiled for mobility whenever I play another class.
Once gathered,
One of my hunters was like, I wish that you could disengage more often, and I'm like, shut up. Not in those exact words, but I don't want to hear it. You take your mobility and I'll show you where you can stuff it. And I wonder why my friends don't like me. It's crazy. I was going to go over here. That's right. Have you ever seen Flabby and Taylor Swift in the same room together? If not, Flabby is Taylor Swift confirmed. I think he may have been doing keys on some of her tour nights, unfortunately. Could be a Dracthyr priest starting next week. That's true. That's a delve. That's not where I'm going. Is it where I'm going, actually? Is it in the delve? I think it is in the delve, actually. So, alright. Level 1, please. I made Warlock for exactly 2 tiers and had to run back to Priest because I missed it too much. I feel like I have that exact arc in my future one day where I'm gonna switch to Warlock for a tier, maybe 2, because I'll be like, listen, my group needs me. There's like such great group utility. It would be so awesome to have one of these in our regular group. We'd have a battle res, we'd have summons, we'd have health cookies, and then I'm gonna play it and then I'm gonna be like, I want to be a priest again. Although I could be a gnome, you know. If I was a warlock, I could be boy. I do love a pet class. There's a lot of reasons why I feel like I should like Warlock. There's a lot of reasons that I could be, or I should be, maybe a Warlock main. But I've never stuck with it long term. It's only ever been an alt for me. Maybe I should make it my alt, though. I've been kind of thinking about what to do after Bokoa. And I've been wanting to pick a DPS alt, aside from Hunter and aside from Priest, which is kind of hard, because I don't feel like I really need one. But it would just be a project, I guess. To learn another class to kind of play through, like alt keys and alt raid and stuff. I want a mage healer spec so badly. Was Taylor late going on stage those nights? Every costume change, she's just hopping on to be Flabby. Slam some cooldowns real quick. I don't think I'm going to finish this delve because I once again failed to speak to the person at the beginning that would allow me to start the delve, so we're not going to worry too much about the actual rewards. We are there for warrior or paladin. I would take a paladin for the battle res. We never have battle reses, and I need them. I die. Warriors give attack power buff, and I'm a caster, so that means nothing to me. I think they're a better tank right now, balance-wise, but at the level of keys I do, you can kind of play anything.
Rental.
Been locked for 20 years. That feels crazy to say. Don't you have a warrior that you're going to play later? I do. I do. And he's not going to be battle resing anybody.
You got to dodge.
I'm mean today. I almost told Brand to shut up. I need to ease it back down a bit. You got to dodge. Nuh-uh. Make me. Could go engineering. I mean, I carry engineering B-reses around. We have lots of these things, the jumper cables. It's not as good as an actual class B-res. But they do save runs, that is true. They are worth carrying around. Everybody should have some. If you're doing keys and you... I mean, even if you play with a B-res class, if the B-reser dies and you're able to engineering B-res them, it's pretty sweet. Affliction Warlock is definitely the most fun Warlock spec to me. Like all the dots. I like all three of the specs, actually.
Let's get that.
I feel like I want to like Demo the most because it's the pet spec, and I like pets in general. I need 2 more fungi. I guess I need to keep going forward. But it seems to rely less about loving your pets and getting to know them, and more about summoning lots of pets and exploding them like popcorn. So that kind of leaves the other 2 specs if you want to be a friend to your pets. Sometimes all the pets do make it a little hard to see. Yeah. Love the blastiness of Destro. Destro just feels like a fire mage to me. I like Destro. I think it's a cool spec to play. But it's the least warlocky feeling of the warlock specs. It reminds me of playing a mage. Remember, those webs will summon the Rulians. Don't stand in them. I'm just in a delve 1 to get my quest item for the Hallowfall thing. I didn't even start the delve properly. I'm not even going to finish it. I'm just in here. I'm looking for 2 more little mushrooms. Thank you. Sometimes people B-res and they should save it. Yeah.
Rental.
Yeah, if you can use it on a healer or a tank, or if you might need it on a healer or a tank. It kind of depends on whether or not you're likely to lose anybody else, and that's a tough call to make for... That's a tough call to make even if you know everything, but... it can be tricky sometimes. Okay, we have enough stuff. Can I just, like, leave instance? Leave delve. Get me out of here. But with demons, Hazel. What is it like to know everything? Wouldn't I like to know? I probably wouldn't like to know. It's probably awful. Something about ignorance being bliss. I'm happiest when I'm asleep, and I don't know anything when I'm sleeping. Have I missed any bonus objectives? I can do like a little lap and see if there's anything important going on that I need to do, but I think I've actually gotten through. It only took us an hour and 20 minutes.
What is lost?
I think we've gotten through most of this. How many? Ooh, look at all those. There's 12? I got 12 lamplighter satchels. That seems like a good amount. Oh, I didn't pull out the, there's a thing with the yanking. There's a shovel for the vines. I don't remember where I bought it from, but I was very excited to get it last time. And there was a rare that I could spawn that dropped a thing that I needed. Who sells me the thing? The NPCs hang out by the key flames. Who sells me the thing that gives me the shovel that lets me do the yanking? Chef. Chef's assistant? Chef. Down there. Hello.
Take
Thank
a look while you can.
Dark root grippers. Nice, okay. Oh, you can have a bunch of those. I'm just gonna buy like 10. Just keep them on me. Because I'm gonna be doing this for rep for a little while.
For now.
Oh, I'm up to rep 20 now. I've got an earth encrusted gem to get. Oh, I want it. I need another 775 rep. And then I can get a cat. Meow. So, oh, hi, sweetie. You getting up? big stretch. I love it when my dog does down dog. Oh, and then you lay down. Hi, baby. You can lay right here if you want. I took advantage of my cat being out of the house for the day and vacuumed very thoroughly because she does not like the vacuum. And it's a lot easier to get into all of her hiding spots when you're not worried about her hiding in them. The moose is on the loose. Sometimes, if you're idle in a delve, Bran will move a bit away and post up near a wall. But it often looks like he's taking a leak. Oh, I don't have the mount yet. I'm hoping to get it today. So, it's not the big field with this one. It's like the field with the cabbages. I think it's this field that has the rare that you can spawn with the tentacles. Although I don't see anything I can yank, so maybe it's not this field at all. How many fields are there? I thought it was this one. My cat, I can vacuum every day, still find cat hair everywhere. That's how I feel about my dog. My cat also sheds. I'm sure some of the hair is hers, but it doesn't have, doesn't hold a candle to how much hair comes off that dog. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment and I have to empty, I can pull like basically a cat's worth of hair off the floor anytime I vacuum. It doesn't really matter how long it's been. I've put my gloves on. That's a shadow-rooted vine. Maybe I need to like reload or something. Would you ever have a Sphinx cat? I wouldn't like avoid them on purpose, but I don't think that it's likely that I end up with one. I'm a big fan of shelter kitties, and it's not common for them to be Sphinx cats. And if it was a Sphinx cat, there's probably somebody that wants one more that would be a better candidate to give that cat a home, so I could take one of the standard issue cats. Might have to leave, come back. Item is bugged when you use it in the right field. Oh, okay. I will do that. Good luck with the satchels. I managed to get the link and the Valar mount today. Oh, what's the Valar mount? If I search that, what else is there? Or is it Belladar? I'm gonna get one of those rubber pet hair brooms for carpet. Check if the earth pile is there, or you pull runes for nothing. That's true. It is. There it is. That's right there. So we're gonna leave, and then we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna summon that rare. And then after that, I can open all my boxes, because I'm pretty sure I've got as many catches as I'm gonna get. It appears as though my cat does not shed. Hoping that's the case. Oh, unusual potato. That implies the existence of usual potatoes. You're peeling a potato, you're like, yep, this is expected. Stereotypical potato. Autocorrect. All good. I just, if there's any other world mounts to farm, I want to be on top of them, ish. Now that I've got Rufus done, I feel like I can learn about a new one. Stereotypical Potato is my band name. Someday want to go to South America, try all the potatoes that were never exported to the wider world. Apparently, Peru is like the place for wild and unusual potatoes. I've never been, but I would like to go one day, I think. Oh, found one. I'm still wearing my dive suit. I think I'm wearing it for the whole week. I'll probably wear it until Fishing Derby next week, and then I'll put something else on. I miss seeing my character's face, but it's just been so fun being a little crazy aquarium ornament. Alright, Parasidius. I don't actually know why I'm farming this rare. I'm sure I need something from it. I couldn't tell you what. It's a 12-month sub-mount. Flying underground only. I don't know if I've got mine yet. Let me take a look. Bet you it flies. Oh, no, you know, 150 rep. Oh, hey, mine came through. Gifts. Actually, probably. Subscription mounts and upcoming classic pet. Your Year of Azeroth bonuses are here. Claim before April 30th, 2025. Did it come through? Hello? Might take a second to actually, like, update live in game. Okay. Have to claim it. Mine came through to my launcher. There was a little gift icon on my launcher up by my friends list, and I clicked on that to get a claim button. Should be, yeah, box to unwrap, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna reload. Seems like a good idea. 3 booties. Pug, Edgar. Bulldog pug mix. We seem to be a Sainty mix. Gorgeous large girly sheds. Both those boys' size worth of fur when she has a shed. Love them all so much. What's it called? I've just been searching cat, but I don't know if that's what it's called. Fur line. Well, that's the other one. Maybe if I like reload the whole game. Give it a sec here. Because I definitely claimed it from my North America account. I checked. I triple checked. Moosey left me. He's moved on. He's moved on. Star-touched fur line. Okay. Yeah, I have the Gerlach already from the last time. Oh, careful. Watch out. I swear my cat has actually learned what watch out means. Because she will sometimes walk headfirst into things if she's miscalculated where she's going because she can't see. And sometimes I'll watch her about to do that and I'll be like, kitty, watch out. And she actually stops. Like, I think she's learned that that means that she's on a collision course. Which is kind of crazy to me. There it is. An eternal early... Pardon me. An eternal early traveler encountered the fur line and befriended a pair, accompanying the traveler back to their command. These fur line kittens were forever changed by living there and accompanying the traveler. How many times did we use the word traveler? At least 3. I feel like twice is too many times for the word accompanying in one paragraph. Or is it twice in the same sentence? Yeah, it's one sentence and they use the word accompanying twice. My goodness. It's fine. It's not a problem. I'm just the worst. Is it cute? It's cute. Wow. It just feels like something that my 7th grade writing teacher wouldn't have let me get away with. Tomorrow and Sunday will be the last 2 times I need to set my alarm for 2 a.m. and then I start my new afternoon shifts. I want to go to Land of the Fur Lines. New favorite. It has a book. It's got a glowing book. It has some scrolls. It has some extra scrolls maybe. Belted up in the back. Paws glow. No fingies to speak of. It's got a hood. It's got an earring. I guess it also has like a gem on its forehead like Sailor Moon. Oh. Ooh, that's nice. That's a nice little effect. The little stars and the constellations. That's nice. That's the nicest trail I've seen in a long time. Question Dragonflight where they use Tear or Tear's Guard or Tear's Hold 10 times. Yeah, I'm sure it goes with the Celestial Observer set. Shall we open up? Let's go find a nice spot to open up all of our things and see if we can get the Dauntless Imperial links. Alright. Drum roll. I've opened 50 boxes. I'm I'm getting transmog. I'm getting BOA gear that I can stash in my warbank for my ult. That's nice. No luck with the Imperial Lynx yet. Mine took like 170 attempts. Yeah, quite a few. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I want to check the mount special. Oh, hang on. It's got a cute mounting animation as well. Shall we compare it to the Sunwarmed one as well? They look very different. The Sunwarmed one, you throw the fish in the ground, and then it shows up like this. And I feel like this is all very cute. This kind of freaks me out. I think the eyes are too big for me and my taste. I don't know. But then the other fur line, Star Touched, it shows up like a shooting star. Slash, oh, hang on. Mount special. Aw. That's very cute. Do the lynxes do that, or is that special to these ones, maybe? Yeah, rarity is showing my attempts. I thought the first cat was cute. This one's way better. This one looks more like an actual cat. The eyes do not take up all of its face. It's got more cat-like proportions. Oh, it's cute too. Okie dokie. Alright, I've officially done Hellowfall. But you know what? I have another... I don't know how close I can get, but we can do some world quests out here to try and get a little closer. Oh, hang on. I didn't finish. There's a bonus objective up there I didn't finish. That'll give me one more. We've got one more satchel to try. We're not quite out of attempts. One more chance. The Discworld novel that I've just started reading. I don't remember the name of it, but it's like Maurice and the Talking Rats situation. It's very cute. There's a Cheshire Cat style cat who can speak and coerce everybody around him to do his bidding. It's very like, I'm a magical cat, but I'm still every bit a cat. So we need to slay 10 of these guys. My gosh. Okay. Is there a trick to finding the actual gloom renders? I just want as much Hellowfall rep as I can get today, because the next rep level has a mount available. This is what my renowns look like. I'm at 18, 19, 20, and 21. That's kind of satisfying, actually. I'm going to break it if I get this one to 21. They're all in a lovely, lovely order. Nah, you're not behind. You have all the time in the world. There is no hurry. I can't believe they ended up like that. For a while they were the complete reverse, because I would get more Isle of Dorn rep. I would get more Council of Dornogal rep because I would do all the world quests on the top zone and then not go any further than that. Well, I'm glad somebody else is finding Gloom Renters, because I certainly have not been. There must be like a tell that there's one stealth in an area that you can uncover. My goal is to get 2 more 80s, so I have full XP buff for the anniversary. Nice. Don't like any of the rep grindy things. Miss the table. I like the theater. Oh, they're there. Awakening the Machine is fun for a while, but a bit dull once you've kind of done it. This one's just a lot of doing, but it does offer a lot of rep. And then I like the Aj-Kahet rep weekly, but only because I don't really go all the way in and do everything. I just kind of do the weekly. I'll fill the bar, I get my cash, and then I kind of call it a day. That's been working for me. Can you hear whispers? Oh, probably. I have my game sound coming through one earbud. It's not turned up very high. It's mainly just to be able to hear sub alerts. Which I think I actually may have missed one. Basilan, thank you for the 2-month resub. What's this? What is this button? What does it do? Dornival seems slowest. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be. Scared the daylights out of me. Sorry, kitty. I don't need to get that one. It's okay, kitty. It's alright. It's just my crazy frog ringtone. It's supposed to get me hyped to answer the phone. Thank you. I paid 99 cents for it. I was like reminiscing about the days that we used to buy ringtones, and I'm like, wait, can't you still do that? I can. Wow. I kind of still want to find the perfect text message tone, and I haven't thought of it yet. I was considering the too hot to handle chime, and then I decided that I didn't need to be reminding myself of the show when I'm not currently watching it. All my ringtones are my alarm clock songs. Haven't turned my phone sound on in over a decade. Every now and then, if I'm expecting a call, I'll turn my phone up because I hate playing phone tag with like a vet or a dentist office trying to set up appointments or like get the doctor on the phone to like hear what they're trying to tell you. I hate that. So if I can answer the phone the first time, it just bypasses like a whole bunch of anxiety for me. So if I know I'm expecting a call, I try to keep it handy. But if I'm not expecting it, then it's not getting picked up. Good morning, Hazel. Do you know if they will lift the restrictions of having more than one Drakthir? I think the restriction is on evokers, not Drakthir, but I'm not 100% sure. I would expect that you would be able to have several dragons on a server. No, just only the one evoker, but I do not know 100%. You can make any sound a ringtone. Why would you pay for one? Well, because when I buy it, they've already done it all for me. I don't have to do any editing. I already don't do editing for work. Why would I not do any editing? No, I'm gonna not do any editing for fun. That's the thing. Okay. I wanted reputation, so that gave me no mount. Another belt. Beauty. I actually don't know if I got rep for that. It doesn't look like I did. Maybe there's only so many that you have to do. Let's do some world quests out here before we move on and see if we can get this close to 21. We've got like a quarter of a bar left to go. We've discussed this. Kim Possible. Yeah, I've thought of it. I just want something... I don't know. I don't know what I want. Sound songs I recorded myself almost 13 years ago. Never bought a ringtone.
Protect the residents from their aggression.
I feel like a text tone needs to be something noticeable enough that you hear it, but not like super shocking or jarring. I'm trying to get my phone notifications really narrowed down to the point that it'll only actually make sound if it's like a real person that I actually know that is texting me, and not like, you know, like an automated reminder or, you know, your package is out for delivery kind of thing. Things that I don't need to know immediately.
Take the fight to them.
And I'm getting there. You can certainly do that. You can absolutely set up your phone in that way. Yeah, it takes a little bit of doing. This is gonna give me some gloves. How's my Valorstone situation looking like? I spent a bunch of them. We're back down to 1,700. I still have packs of Valorstones sitting in my bank that I've been afraid to bust open because I don't want to overcap on them and then waste Valorstones. I'm up to item level 624. I've just been running upgrades. I haven't been saving Gilded Crests for another gear upgrade for crafted gear because 90 is so many. But I think I'm almost done with upgrades that I could do for runed crests, which is nice. I think I'm going to be very close to finish with those soon. Soon. Bird songs as notifications. I have birdsong as my alarm sound. That's what wakes me up in the morning. I feel like for me to notice it, it's gonna need to be a pretty weird bird. It's just a peacock howling. That is the world boss. I do want to kill that, but I want to do the rest of this world quest first. Rock-a-doodle-doo. big old rooster. Kookaburra. Actually, a raven croak would be kind of cool. Although we do sometimes get those from outside, so there could be some potential for false positives. It's not often you hear one like from your window. You usually have to go hiking or to the beach or something, but it has happened.
Has learned the truth of courage. He can handle those that remain.
Do the world boss, see how much we can get from that. I've lied. I've signed up as a healer, and I have no intention of healing. I can't help but notice that this boss is not up. Does it spawn in like a minute, or should I find a new group? What are we saying here? How often does Belladar change? Every 3 hours. Because for the last couple of weeks, it's been the case that Belladar swaps basically at the end of my stream, and probably also like right at the top of my stream. And I never get it because I'm always like either beginning or ending my stream. And I've been hoping that like a time change shifts that, so it happens at least one time like in the middle of my stream. Maybe I just need to be a little bit more on the ball and I can get like 2 kills a day. One at the top and one at the bottom. I suppose if I waited this long, I could just keep waiting. Gives you 50 Titan discs if you're not in a raid group. Oh. That kind of makes me want to be not in a raid group. I'm sure I'll get my Titan discs eventually, though. Although it would give me rep. No, not rep, just pinnacle cash. I don't know if I've been keeping up with getting my weekly caches for coffer keys, but I've also not been keeping up with spending my coffer keys. Luckily, it does not seem that they are capped, so my 20 isn't really running up against anything. Water good. Hi. I am at 200 of my 1500 Nerubian chitin for the Sia's Barg mount. You know what I can do? I can look through all the mounts I don't have yet. Let's filter to the War Within. And let's go uncollected. Let's see, what kind of mounts? These are the mounts that are in the game right now that I don't have. That is a promo mount. Not worried about that. Vicious mount. That you buy for Kej. Why do so few people have it? Do you get it for severed threads, or I wonder if you need like a specific thing. Rep, yeah. That's cool. I'm already using like a swarm mount. Shackled Shadow. Oh, it's like a dark version of the Belladar mount. That's so many resonance crystals. The resonance crystal costs are out of control. It was you, I think. When I can't be bothered to see who has item level or anything, I just kind of give PI to somebody completely random. Still don't know what I'm supposed to do with them. You can spend them on the rep vendors. There's all kinds of goodies. Now, if you don't care about cosmetics, then I guess you don't care. I guess they're not going to be much use to you. But there's mounts and pets and transmog. Actually, you know what? If you have alts, then you can use your resonance crystals to buy your alts like champion and veteran gear off of those vendors that is catalyzable. If you're getting like a fresh alt setup, you can really dump resonance crystals into getting them gear from the rep vendors right away. Yeah. I have all the stuff from the renowned vendors already. All of it? Even the gear? That's crazy! That's so many crystals! Holy smokes! What's your farming routine?
Well done.
What's your route? Do you use like a bunch of alts and do the weeklies, or? Man, alts, yeah. Can I ask how many? I'm a little scared. I kind of want to know. Lights Gambit. Oh no. Oh, here we go. I hate this game. Because I don't understand it and I'm not good at it. It's like a prime recipe for not having a good time. It's only for coffer key shards, which I don't really want, but I do want the rep. Over 6 level to 80, but I play at least 4 to 5 a lot. I missed soup. I liked soup, but I'm glad I'm done with soup. I'm actually just gonna fish this. It's a royal ripple. They don't grow on trees. Question is, do I want to trade dotty backs for lure fish? Or do I want to just keep the dotty backs and sell them? So a dotty back worth 17 gold. Probably closer to 30, 25, 30. But that gives you a 30-second buff, increasing your lure fish chance. Which makes me wonder why the dotty backs are so cheap. Like, you could just stock up on them. Because the lure fish are worth 40 gold. Yeah, you can just trade up. Although I guess if you're only making like 12 gold per fish, it's kind of not really worth the effort. Gatherers could sneeze and make more gold than that. Have you seen this cat? It's nice. It's a nice kitty. Blood in the water for sharks? Or I ignore it. Yeah, that's fair. That's rare. I just remember how hard it was for me to find royal ripples for a while. When I first started fishing. Hi. You smell different. Did they perfume you? Did they give you cologne? You kind of smell a little bit like cologne. Spicy. I love my cat. Hi. She's a really good friend. She's headbutting my mouse hand. She's a good mackerel. You a mackerel, Tabby?
Word has gotten around that you play, friend. A challenger awaits you for a game of lights.
I know that one day I probably will have other cats. But I can't imagine having a cat that's not this cat.
Belladar shine on you.
So they want you to play the game.
It's your team against my one unit. Easy. You win by getting my units held to 0. I win by getting each of your units held to 0. Look carefully at each of your units' abilities. Don't worry.
Carefully,
I won't
yes.
start until you make your first move. Your castle has a powerful ranged attack, but it can't move. The other two can move, and have both ranged and melee abilities. Try using an ability.
Oh, for a second I thought I won. I don't know how much health the guy has. I don't know how much health any of these pieces have, to be honest with you. Why does he only get one piece? Oh, because I'm on easy, probably. I would expect that to be the case. Somebody must like this game. Somebody must get really excited whenever they have to do this because they're like, yes, finally my calling, this is my moment. Even our mini games have mini games now. That was 50. 50 Arathi rep, I'll take it. Oh. That belt has an appearance I don't know yet, actually. Here, we can add it to, we can make it warbound and add it to my warband collection. This is only going to be for undead leveling stones, but there might be some rep. Wait, that's a Blingtron. I don't want to give package. They just clog up my bags. Somebody else at the vet had like a really cute cat carrier, and now I kind of want to look it up. My cat carrier works great. I've been using it for 10 years. Not a problem. No complaints. No reason to get a different one. That one was just very cute. But I don't know if it's as functional as this one. You could have a cute one. Yeah, it was kind of like a, it looked like a little dome situation. Like it was cat carrier shaped, but it kind of had like a little beehive dome kind of going on, and it had like a little mesh window. Mine has a mesh window too, but it's much more rectangular. It's very airline friendly. What's crazier is someone probably enjoys doing Borealis. I don't think Kitty cares if it's cute. She just hates that she's being catnapped. She's very much a let me out of my prison or you will suffer kind of cat in the cat carrier. The other woman that was picking up her cat around the same time as I was getting mine was very cute. She was like, I'm gonna give you all the treats when we get home. She was so happy to get her cat back. We have wearable backpack-like carriers for the fosters to make it easy to carry them on the train. Aww. I bet you some of them like that more than others. Some cats that are socialized to it, like, do great just, like, out and about and adventuring and stuff. Their little feetsies stick out. Oh! Oh. Muffins. Okay, so that's for Arathi. It's all some of them have grayed out rep and some of them don't, and I wonder if that means that I've done the quest already in a different character, but I don't recall having done it. It's very strange. I'll just do them all anyway, just in case. We are... yeah, we're very close to another rep level. And I have 9,000 resonance crystals. That actually may not be enough to get them out when it comes to it. We'll have to see.
It is an excellent day for a race. Come fly with us.
Excellent day for a race. Oh, I didn't get on my mount. You know what? I'm quitting, actually. Let me out. Let me out. No. Let me out. I want a different mount. I want to do this on the new kitty cat mount. Sorry. You have to let me off the plane. Set favorite. Cat mounts are at 8K. Okay.
What do you seek?
I don't think you would get rep for doing the Hellofall weeklies and alts. I think you would just get currencies. More chances at the, probably more chances at the mount, though. Oh, I'm going too fast. Every once in a blue moon, I will hit something so badly while doing this race, and I'll have such little vigor that I actually have to restart. And it's very embarrassing. Sounds like Richard Iowati. Oh, no, I was just saying it. Richard Iowati being a flight master. It's a bright day. Exceptionally favorable. I can't do him. Wins. I can barely do the accent.
Excellent
Has
work.
he ever done Taskmaster?
I can see that the
if he ever
two
does
of you will
Taskmaster, I
soon be
might die.
formidable competitors.
I'm gonna need him too. I love it when he says that while you're an Ashkahet. I know, right? Like, I'll be in the Ringing Deeps and he's like, it's a bright day. And I'm like, oh, I'm glad you think so. I use Rematch and Pet Battle scripts for pet battling. If I hit something on these, I just stop and restart. I know I'll be just short of the gold. Is there any benefit to getting the gold if you're just doing it for the world quest? I'm just happy to make it to the end. Cat's perched up. Achievements? Oh, I think I've made some mistakes here. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this. I was mashing my Z key instead of my A. Are you sure it's a bright day? As far as I'm aware, Richard has sadly not done Taskmaster yet. I guess that means there's still things in life to look forward to. They have to get him eventually, right? What if Alex Horne just like accidentally upset him once, like 13 years ago, and now he'll never do the show? I actually haven't seen the newest Taskmaster season. I've been saving it for a moment of emotional need. Alright, lovely. That one's all done. I don't really do these echo things. I understand they're great sources of flight stones. So I just kind of let my Radiant Echoes sit in my bags. I only have 13 of them, but I just let them sit in my bags until such a time as I feel like I really need the flight stones. Seems reasonable. I don't do them. Almost universally broken. Don't give enough reward for the trouble. Yeah, there might be a cosmetic. There's like toys I think they can drop, but yeah, they seem a little undercooked. They seem a little underbaked.
Take to the skies and strike them down.
Strike them down, you betcha.
May the shadows pass
not you.
By.
You.
We have strayed from favor.
It's a nice little boat. Although I feel like they didn't put a bottom in it. Don't boats normally have a floor? I guess it depends on if it's a flat bottom boat. I feel like your feet would get stuck in this. Oh. He was set to do a season, had to drop out to film something else. Okay, I hope they get him back one day. That would be just the best. That would be so good. I like the Taskmaster format a lot, but I haven't brought myself to watch any of the other countries of them. I feel like I'm too attached to Alex and Greg specifically. And also, I feel like the North American one might make it not fun anymore. As a North American, we occasionally ruin things when it comes to TV. Not every time. Sometimes.
The tide turns in our favor. Excellent work.
I think it would be hard to match their energy. They have a way of doing banter that is very harsh and very mean, but comes across as good-natured, like no one actually means any harm. Although people do occasionally get heated at points or whatever, but like, by and large, it seems like the Brits have a good way of ribbing each other without feelings getting hurt. And I feel like that is not always replicated super well in this culture. People just go way too far, or they take it way too personally, or both. And then you've just upset people. Can I get any more rep? Oh, I'm so close. I need another 75 points of Halifal rep. Oh, do I have to do delves? I could get a lot of rep if I do my delves for the week. I haven't done any delves. But it would be a matter of luck, I think. Fly for rares. Yes, that's right. You're so smart. I should turn on rare scanner, eh? I did all the world quests. Yeah. Okay, so I will check for rares, but I'm gonna do a delve with Flabby. Where are you at? Where am I going here? Kriegval's Rest. That's top side, I think. Yeah, okay, I'll just Hearth. He's doing one anyway, so I may as well pop in. I could do them on my Hunter. I don't know why I don't want to. I think my Hunter's pretty much done. I think she's just a gatherer now. I think I've decided that she's wearing enough gear to be gathering with, and then that'll do. And that's fine. I think if I set up like a DPS ult to actually try on, it'll be something else. I think. It took me like 30 seconds to process that Taylor Swift has arrived. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just gonna let it slide because I often don't know what's going on. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I should tell Flabby about the theory. Let her know that people are onto her, of course. Eights? Yeah, okay. This should be much faster. Also, I don't know if I ever used my fleeting flask of alchemical chaos. There we go. Gotta use it before it despawns.
The candle gets weak
Yeah,
when
you
move.
take candle for sure.
Watch your
I'm terrible
step.
when I take the
One
candle
of
because
those
I don't put it over
enchanted
melee.
candles to stay safe from these shadows. Stand there.
There's gonna be a phase in my life when I get really into these, but I don't think it's the first season. It'll have to be my alt, I think. When I set up a DPS alt. When I pick one and set it up. Healer's nice, but I wish Brand had a tank role. He can kind of sort of tank in DPS spec if you have a way of dumping aggro onto him. Can I just get it? I can just get it. And then this should time... Yeah, being in the light takes it off, so you can kind of venture outside for a little bit. But it's a dark, damp cave where the bleak colors seep into your mood. What's not to love? I think I've just had too much to do. I think I've just been too busy. There's been too many other things that have been more appealing. And I think that means it's working like as intended. Nothing says that you have to do delves. I think that if you're good with your route of keys and raid and world quests and whatnot, it's not going to give you much that you weren't already getting. It's just an alternate way of getting those things for people that weren't happy with those, and there are lots of people like that. I think it's working as intended. It's just not up my alley for my main thing. I'm not even going to bother getting that. We're delving just one. Chance at rep. Flabby was going anyway, so I figured I could tag along. Ooh, get out of the way of that. I feel like because they're delves, it would be hard to completely get it. I feel like to get away from like the darkness. I'm trying to think if they can imagine them as gardens or like, you know, something sunnier or brighter or like different. Maybe. One day. Somewhere else. More creative settings in future patches. Yeah. It's definitely doing very well for its first iteration. I think the rewards are pretty high for such easy content. Another companion, different delves? Maybe.
Good find. Let's see. That's more like it. Oh, I need to rest after that one.
Imagine Harrison as a companion. Would it be that different? It would be a little different. I mainly remember him from questing in Oldham. That's a big candle. Has he ever been voice acted? I don't know, actually. I feel like he must have been, but I couldn't tell you for sure. It's a good question. Uses the human male voice. Ah. At least in Hearthstone.
Did you find something?
I can't take Dagran Thurician seriously. I don't know what my deal with him is. I think he's a great character. He's very memorable. He's very believable. He's got a very specific energy. I just can't take him seriously.
Interrupt.
He's such a nerd. He's such a, like a... Oh, man. It's extremely toxic of me to expect him to be less, I don't know, soft-spoken or tentative or cautious when we're, you know, in such dangerous places doing such crazy things. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with him. He's great. He's just goofy. We could all be a little bit more like him, I'm sure. Well written, not my favorite, but I can appreciate it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bran's got your back.
Frontal.
Yeah, I think if I try to pick apart why I don't like him, I'll learn something useful about myself.
Interrupt.
Leaving him with room for growth. That's true. Always a good thing to do. It's kind of annoying when a character doesn't have any room and they are what they are forever and they're just doing different things. He's so earnest, which makes me giggle about him. I think that's it. I think that it's just his, like, unbridled, geeky enthusiasm, which is normally something I love in people. When someone's, like, so into something, they don't have any sense of, like, toning it down for other people. They're just super enthusiastic. I feel like that's great. But he's so silly.
Watch your step. Knocking back.
20th century Star Wars trope nerd.
Fantastic! Now I'm making progress.
Yeah. I have Rivarian to Kriegvall's Rest done. My brand hit level 37.
Nothing old Bran can't get through. That's more like it.
I got a dagger. Oh, I got Hellafall Arathi rep. That's lucky. That's exactly what I wanted, and that was fairly unlikely. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Go get your cat. It was a 1 in 4. I know. That's crazy. Neltally, thanks for giving out a gift sub. Alright, so the cat's gonna be all the way down in Hallowfall. I'm tempted to just do world quests up here, but I must get the cat. We still haven't even made it down into Ajkahet to do the Ajkahet Weekly yet. It's one of my things on my list today was to do the Halifal thing and the Ashgahet thing, but I got all hung up trying to get my Halifal 21. And now I'm halfway through Halifal 21 because of how much rep you get from that. That's crazy. This is going to give me some resonance crystals, which we always need.
Elune Adore.
Yeah, I think you can get rep with each of the factions. I think you can do 4. I am done with Keyflames. We were very thorough today. I actually haven't taken, like, I know I took a short break earlier, but I haven't taken a proper one, so I'm going to get myself on a flight path, and I'm going to be
and foundation.
right back. We lost the cat. What happened? Kira, what's your take on the state of the WoW economy? She's a sweet girl, but I have a feeling that she would say that prices are too low and everybody is too poor. And that if people want to be able to afford to raid, they should really earn more gold. Just because it's a very cat attitude to have. I was gonna buy something. That's right. I came here to go shopping. She would be a goblin. I think she hangs it by the fountain. It drives me nuts that this particular vendor moves depending on where you are in like the quest line or the rep or something. It marks it on your map, but still. My goodness.
Sacred flame guide your way.
Okay,
friend.
we got some Valor Stones. We got a gem.
For Belladar to shift.
I have 10,000 resonance crystals. And I need... Oh, it's only 8,000. Nice. I mean, I'm still going to be almost out. My first Lynx mount.
Always be prepared.
Oh, I didn't have a gigantic Gurlock yet. I thought I did, but I didn't. I had a green one. This one's orange. Extra mount. Imperial Lynx. I'm still waiting for that one from the caches, but in the meantime, this one's very brightly colored. It totally has a tail. It just doesn't have a long tail. It's like a little bobcat tail. I've got so many new mounts lately that I don't even have enough room in my bar to show them all off. Aw. It's got pouches. It just roars though. It doesn't do the tail chasing thing. All right, I would love to crank out the Ashgahet weekly. I'm sure I can do it in half an hour. Get some general rep. I don't know how close I am to finish with him, but I hope that we're getting there because then I need to do the Vizier and then I can go back to having my Weaver buff. I haven't done any gathering this week. I need to do my gathering weeklies and it feels bad to do it when you're not allied with the Weaver. Hunters can tame a pet that looks just like this. Oh, Lynx pet, huh? We do like the kitties. Okay, so there was one more world quest actually. That Cataloger's Disc would have given me rep, but I don't need it anymore, so we're fine. We'll get the rest of it whenever we get it. I'm pretty sure I have my bar. Oh no, I need to choose a pack
Your
still.
particular set of talents are
I could have sworn that I
required
chose my pack already, but I guess not.
Kaheri forces in this
I should do that before we do any
lest
world
they crush
quests.
the Arathi too quickly.
Lightfang the Lost even has pouches. Weaver gives 30% when you've repped it up enough. You get 30% gathering and crafting speed, and that gathering speed feels very noticeable when it's gone. So you get used to it, and then all of a sudden you feel like you're gathering through tar. Once I've got them all repped up, I'm gonna stick with the Weaver forever for that crafting buff. Yeah, any zone, account wide. It's awesome.
It is good you are here.
However.
You prove fascinating. May your destiny weave well.
Why?
We are always watching.
No, I am allied with the general, but I want to make sure I have my... Oh, no, okay, I do have it. It's strange that I still have the Pact quest, but it shouldn't matter. I'm just going to leave it be. Okay. I was a little bit worried that I was irrevocably broken, but I'm not.
Interested
I'm just
in the unusual.
the regular amount of broken. Okay.
Elix
We're good. We can do both quests. Spooters. Spooky, spooky spooters. It's spooter season. Spooky season. Lots of people getting their Halloween decorations up. It mainly just makes me think about Christmas decorations. Oh, we might get a cat. She's thinking about it. I should swap. I have a couple different versions of that bed, and one of them that I have is blue. And I should swap it out for the gray one so that you can see the cat more clearly, because right now she's kind of gray on gray. What's Moose going to be for Halloween this year? I don't think I'm getting him a costume this year. It was cute when he was a little baby, and it would be cute now, but I think I'm probably going to save my... Well, we'll see. I don't know. I think I'm going to save my money.
We have strayed from...
Too much you have to read up on or research in this game to know all that's going on.
The Emperor
Oh,
rewards.
that's right. I know what I'm doing. I know what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot. I've been doing okay this expansion because I've kind of relaxed on needing to know everything. I've kind of accepted that I'm going to do things suboptimally. It might take me longer to get places than other people. And that's okay. I have lots of time. And if I don't finish everything, that's okay too. It's not life and death. But that's a pretty big mindset shift for me. And it does mean that I'm a little less invested in the game overall, which may not necessarily be a good thing. It seems like a healthier thing for my overall mental health, but maybe not ideal for staying caught up on changes or, you know, being able to talk about things with my friends. Yeah, he had some bat wings for his first ever Halloween. He was a puppy, and they're just like a little pair of black felt bat wings that clipped on over his harness, or like tied on over his harness with like some Velcro. And he was very cute. He was a little bat moose. I made a little member video. I was just gonna get him, if I was gonna do another costume, I was literally just gonna do the same thing but bigger, because there's no way his old wings would fit him anymore. They wouldn't even make it around his back. I could maybe wrap them around the back of one of his harnesses, and maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just take the wings from last year. And they're gonna be comically small on him because the dog's tripled in size or quadrupled in size since last year. But you know, what are you gonna do? Big boy. Streams are very informative for me. I feel like my streams are informative for me too. You guys give me all the good info. I get all the good tips here. It is such a cozy rainy day. I am like so happy in all my layers. I've got my feet in my feet warmer. My body's like all nice and sore from working it this morning. Although I do feel sometimes like when I do a bunch of yoga and then I come sit at my desk for hours, it just like I congeal into the sitting position and then my hamstrings are extra tight. It's like a wet piece of wood that you want to shape before you let it dry. It's like I dried in the wrong shape. Oh my goodness, have you seen this cat? She's so proper right now. She's so primly loafed up. Just tucked into the corner, you know. You wouldn't want to take up the whole bed. I would like to see her try to take up the whole bed. It sounds like you guys have some moving logistics to look into. Life is so short. It's nice to live somewhere that you're happy. I was listening to people tell different stories about reevaluating their priorities and their values kind of midlife, and like giving up businesses and jobs and like selling houses to move somewhere else and starting over. Or to like, you know, like live, you know, closer to nature, or closer to family, or more off the grid, or whatever it may be. And it's not something I feel like I need to do at this exact moment, but it's an interesting thing to think about.
It is a bright day
if there's
with exceptionally
somewhere
favorable
else
winds. A
that would be a
perfect
better
day
fit
for a
for
race.
you, for any varying reasons. Aw, that's really nice. It sounds beautiful. My dog is gonna get soaked later when we go for a walk. I'll have to get I've got like an extra large towel for when he gets really wet, because you can just wrap him up in the whole thing and towel him off as best as you can. And then he's still damp for a while. I need to talk Moose into letting me use a hairdryer on him. Right now he would never, but like, I feel like we could negotiate. Just depends on what kind of treats you have, you know? Plus, what if he got all fluffy? What if his coat just went flump? Yeah, I think those are rares, or it could be treasures
You
as
and
well.
your Drake are
I
exceptional.
don't really... I turned Rare Scanner on for Reb. I must have been over there. Some supplies delivered. Live close to nature? There's a tree back my house. I love big trees. I mean, a little spooky in the wind, but like... especially if there's animals that come by.
Unless you'd like your appendages
Owls.
removed by force.
Birds. Killing Rare so OP, man. Supplies delivered. So I guess they want me to do more than just carnage, huh? Oh, I'm terrible at this because I don't know who wants it usually. So I have nitrogenated Rakush soil, obviously. And somebody specifically is going to want this. I don't even know if I'm allowed to mount with it. Oh, but when I hit those things I go faster. That's good. Excuse me? Does anybody want dirt? Hello? I have some good dirt. They planted some lovely beans here first. You think people just get used to knowing where all the different things go? Oh, it does show on your map when you get close enough, but you kind of still have to know which direction you're going in. You are allowed to mount. Oh, that's good. Okay. 15%? What? Excuse me? Is Moose a peanut butter enjoyer? Casually, he won't sell his soul for it. He'll have it if it's in front of him, but it doesn't motivate him very much. All right. Non-redacted survey maps. And I am allowed to mount. Am I allowed to fly? Oh, I am. That's nice. That makes this much easier. I can just kind of look for the big circle. Now, if checking them all would make more sense if I was remembering which one was where. I am not doing that. It's cute how I carry it on my head. Oh, there we go. Goes in here somewhere. Same building each time? Probably for each of the... They all go to the same place? Oh. Oh my gosh. Are these extra circles then just picking up the delivery? Hang on. I need to test this. I have more non-redacted maps. Oh. Okay, that's much less hard. What's the point of the rest of it then? Why did they make it so complicated when it's not hard at all? Why are there so many different types of named supplies? It just implies that it matters, and apparently it does not. That's funny. I feel like they started making it one thing, and then they were like, heck it, man. Never mind. Okay. This way.
Ordinary citizens have gone missing, dragged to the transformatory in bondage. Please,
I don't know why I'm fighting these. It has nothing to do with my goals. Perhaps it was not them making it complicated. There's another world quest here. Absolutely awful. This isn't a giant Tazavesh bazaar. That's exactly what I thought it was. I figured if they were gonna have specific names and models, they were gonna go to specific people. Like this person needs this thing and this person needs this thing. I think you're supposed to do it in a group. Conscripted Ascendants. Where are the conscripted ascendants? Have you been ascendant? Have you been conscripted? Are any of you glowing? No. Although I have definitely run out of vigor. Oh, hang on. Nope, not relevant. They're lighting up a little bit, and I wonder if it's just because I need, like, they'll drop chitin. I would not recommend doing this even for 800 gold. What about 800 gold and then 25% credit on those world quests? Or on this this thing? You're probably right. It's probably awful. Yeah, those don't count. Those don't count. So it's just a question of mobs that I'm just not seeing, I guess. Alright, we'll get out of here. There's gotta be other stuff to do. Kahedi truffles it is. Rumors? They respawn. They're supposed to be friendly mobs. They respawn every 5 minutes. Oh. I hate it when they do that. I don't understand. Why? Hello, gossip? Additional gossip? I don't know. Nothing happened. I don't know, man. I got too many objectives over here. I can't keep track of it. We'll truffle shuffle. Literally no other quest is like that. It's weird. There's a couple of them that have just really terrible respawn rates on mobs that you need to kill. I thought I would do them, but I get cash no problem. Yeah. I mean, I still feel like I'm gonna need tons of cash for all the cosmetics, but I do have 12,000. I think just keeping up with the weekly would probably be enough.
Take one into the field with you, and uncover as many truffles as you can.
They give 10% and are usually very quick. Yeah. If, the big if is if I understand what's going on with them. Oh, mushrooms. There are so many mushrooms around right now. And I'm not saying I'm gonna start picking them up and eating them. But I think it would be very cool to be able to correctly identify more, or any, mushrooms. The trick is, though, that it's hard to tell whether or not you're actually right. Like, for sure, there's no answer key on the bottom of the mushroom where you can, like, guess and then you can check it and be like, ah, yes. This is a belief. Thank you very much. I've never grown mushrooms on purpose or cultivated them, and I feel like that would be such a cool thing to get into at some point. Would you bet your life on being correct on this mushroom, right? It seems like there's rares that I'm missing, at least. Eating them is gonna answer if you were right. Yeah, I guess so. I started watching Alone again. That's where all this is coming from. The season that I'm watching has a couple of people identify something, and then they misidentify it, and it gets them into trouble.
Every resource
They'll be like, ah, yes, I have found Hoodly What's It, and then the white text is like, this is not a Hoodly What's It. And then you're just yelling at them not to eat it, but of course they can't hear you because it's TV. Juicy Snug Bubble, thank you very much for the 20-month resub. Appreciate it. 20 months. Oh, there's a rare. For me? For me. It could drop me a cloak. I should make a better effort to try and grow more food in my balcony. I did flowers. I did some nice flowers, and those are good too. Those are fun. I feel like I'll always do at least some flowers, but I gotta figure out what I actually like eating that I'm good at growing, that grows well with my balcony and the sun that I get, which is a little bit iffy, but we make do. And what I can manage keeping up with watering as well, because when I am watering things, I'm carrying water out in a watering can. There's no hose or anything. So you have to be kind of ready to look after it properly. So doing a huge, big thing is not realistic when you're filling your watering can up in your bathtub and walking it out every single time. However, I have caught on to the fact that the bathtub fills it like 1,000,000 times faster than the kitchen sinks, and that's kind of nice. This is a very difficult rare. You have much more health. I did not check your health. This is kind of a multi-person rare. We're doing okay, but it's a little spooky. I have stacks of mass hallucination. Oh, I have used all of my tricks. It's lucky that somebody showed up. Very lucky. I need to heal myself through the dot. There we go. Gifted friends flowers I grew in my garden. Never seen them smile that much. Aww. I mainly had like little short ones, like little sweet peas and marigolds and stuff. But I like seeing the butterflies and sometimes hummingbirds come through. Hummingbirds actually really liked my rosemary flowers, and that was very special to see. They're like little fairies. Although my rosemary plant, a lot of it died because I did not get it enough water. Oops. Always try again, I suppose. But yeah, one day it would be very cool to have some space to garden that has like a hose for watering. That would be very convenient and handy. I guess I need to remember that there was a point in human agriculture where we hadn't invented hoses yet. We didn't just have irrigation from the get-go, and people managed to grow food and feed themselves without it, so I need to get over myself and just do it anyway. Oh, have you seen this kitty cat? That's my Miss Kira. That's my baby girl. Oh, you gotta get those feet. You can't let them get away. I was kind of hoping I would trip on a rare or something. I guess all the rares are like down. Yeah, there's a few of them up here. But I know people, as far as the mushroom growing thing, there are like mushroom growing kits and stuff you can get so that you at least know what you're growing, or at least you know what you're trying to grow. Freakishly easy to grow. I mainly grow things that are really yummy because I know I'm gonna eat them. I feel like there's no sense in me putting a lot of work into growing something like kale that I'm not actually going to eat, even if I should eat it. Will I? So I grow like raspberries and strawberries and herbs and butter lettuces. What to do to grind rep? Rares are very good. Quests are good. World quests are good. Each zone has kind of a weekly quest that gives you a big chunk of it. Doing delves is nice as well. Your first 4 delves a week, your bountiful chests, I think, have a chance to give you a big chunk of rep. There are dungeons. There's a dungeon weekly quest. There's contracts. All kinds of different things. 95%! My goodness, I'm not quite done. I thought I was going to be done. I picked up a bunch of these, like, rumors things, and then I haven't done any of them. I haven't figured out where any of them are, what to do for them. Oh well. What are you gonna do? I'll probably just trip on a rare. I was certainly getting enough alerts for them when I was doing my race. I'm checking fishing pools now to see if they're blood or shark swarms. My severed threads, I think, is going to be my first rep to finished. And then I'm going to have more to do after that point. Oh. The Oozcon. He sounds scary. Is he in this cave? He is. He has 65 million HP. He has 20 stacks of a magic buff that gives him damage increased and size. He has a chance to lose stacks upon taking damage, which triggers Darkness Outburst, which sounds kind of like an AoE. And what else? I could maybe dispel it. I can try to purge it. Blasphemer, thank you for the 64-month resub. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Shall I try and solo it? We made it through the last one. Oh, the General's Phalanx has recently safeguarded me, though. Oh, I could have him do a bombing run. Well, let's try it. So I can dispel stacks. I don't know if it's faster to do that or to just attack him. Oh, holy moly, he really, really hurts. Oh, I can't do the General's Ordnance while moving. I'm kind of out of mana. I purged as much as I could. I figured it was good to just invest in getting that buff off him. I've already used one of my health pots. I'm gonna use another one. I'm out of health pots. I have my fade still. We just need to dodge. I'm gonna kind of run out of damage. He is almost done with his buff though. And that will make him much easier. No, don't do it again! I have a bad feeling. I don't think I like where this is going. No, not another 20 stacks! I can't do it! I gotta leave. He's gonna kill me. I've already used all my everything. And he reset anyway. Does he drop anything cool? No? Yeah, I don't know. Oozcon. I don't think there's a good enough reason to fight him. I could have done it if he didn't reset his stacks. 150 rep, good enough for me? Yeah. Not Aussie. Ooze. Wow, I did not get to Warrior Time today, but you know what? I think the anniversary event is going to be a really good time to work on that alt. Need a mage there? I would melt this guy. 2 to 3 cycles, maybe. I'll leave this up for a minute, but if a minute or two goes by and we don't have anybody, we'll just I'll go find something else to do. I'm sure I could loot a treasure somewhere. And then turn this in. We can turn in our wax weekly. Patron crafting orders. There's one more treasure alchemy drop. And a treasure enchanting drop as well. What do we get for more rep? We got We can exchange resonance crystals for Kej. I don't see myself doing that. A ferocious jawcrawler mount. That sounds cool. That's the next rep level. I love it. He's got so many teeth. Yeah, I'm just not very smart at the rumors. I've picked up 3 rumors and I haven't figured out what to do for any of them. Trying to get the final trinket for the Stone Vault mount all day. Just not dropping, but spamming follower dungeons. I did them. You think so? I talked to them, but I'm pretty sure these 3 are all rumors objectives, and I don't think I've actually done any of them. I don't think I did them. Well, they should show on your map then. Maybe. We might be able to 2-man it. I'm going to try going further into the cave so I can run around without being caught up on this hill. Oh, there's dirt in there. It's a terrible spot for dirt. Alright. Worth a shot. Let's give it a go. Intense. I can feel it. Yeah, this would be very hard to do without gear. We're at about 624 here. And I couldn't even solo it on Priest. Much easier. Yeah! Thank you very much. Nice little 150 rep. Oh, I'm supposed to catch these. Sometimes I instinctively dodge them. Alright. Let's go turn all of this in. See where we're at. I got a couple Sky Racers purses I didn't open yet. So tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow's Saturday. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm fishing. I don't have all the things from the fishing derby yet. We're going fishing tomorrow. Excited about Dark Ranger changes next week. I heard that there's like some really meaty class changes for lots of people. Lots of classes getting big overhauls in the anniversary patch, which I think is pretty cool. Assuming that we're overhauling them in the correct direction. Oh. Now this would have been a much easier way to finish it. This is like an actual row that you can just do. Yeah, it feels like a pretty major patch. It's not major, it's not like a 0.1 patch because it doesn't have like a real raid tier. It's not a new Mythic Plus season, but they've really stuffed it. First though, they get nothing. I'm pretty happy with how I am, so I think that's probably the best outcome for me. If everything's perfect, why change? So much is going away in January. What's going away in January? Or is that just when the patch ends? Gotcha. Don't know what needs to change, if anything, for Shadow Priests. They feel good. They feel fun. It's satisfying to play. There we go. Ooh, we unlocked that Jawcrawler. I wonder if it costs Kej, and if so, if I can buy it. I might be able to.
You have questions.
Weaver Cash,
I
General
know
Cash.
answers. We remember all.
The numbers need to change. Oh.
State your purpose.
I don't even know in which direction. It feels right to me. I feel like I'm doing enough, but not too much, but I don't know. Who am I to say? I would like to browse your items, please. What do we got? Yeah, cash. That's what we love to see. I don't have to spend my I don't have to spend my resonance crystals on it. Jaw crawler. It's crawling with its jaw. Wah 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 wah. Wah. Wah 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 wah. I love it. Shadow is in the bottom 5 in raid DPS? I mean, somebody has to be, right? There's always going to be a bottom 5. Doesn't make it bad, it just means that there is balance. If everybody's dead even, then they've done the impossible. I don't think that means it's bad. It's a Gahoonie. Oh, it's so cute! Is that the right word? Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's good. Okay. What else are we turning in? I feel like I had more. We can go maybe upstairs to Ringing Deeps, or maybe all the way up top. Let me see. I'll end up by the wax turn-in eventually. I don't think I'm in a big hurry. Just depends on the difference between first and last.
I see you see my wares.
Nope, I'm just leaving. I'm flying out. Alright. Oh. Look at the little baby. I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by and joining me today. I really appreciate the company. I'll be back tomorrow for another Fishing Derby Saturday. There's more transmog for me to get off that vendor, so we're gonna get cozy. We're gonna get fishing. It's gonna be great. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.